Oh, I forgot. I just pressed the live button. I should talk. Hold on, I'm just looking for something. This is so good. I just found this really good podcast. Hold on. I guess I could share it on here for people who don't have. Hold on, I'll wait until couple people get in here before I do that. Whew, another hot day here in New York. It's hot. Mm-mm. Hey, cool gamer. Hey, Cheyenne. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not going to be live very long, but I wanted to share something with you guys. Good morning, Beefergs. Bright and early in the morning. What's up, social feed? I was just listening. I went on YouTube this morning and this video popped up in my shorts like feed, and I clicked on it, and it was like a 2-second video, but it was about this lady who had a podcast. Oh my god, it's addicting, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. I'll wait for a couple more people to get in here, but anyway, she was like a producer. Excuse me, what are you doing, Ovi? She was like a producer, pretty successful. Meets this guy that she had already known him. They were together in college at some point in time, and they dated through college. Well, I guess they met in college, dated in college, and then broke up. I think he graduated a year before her, so she was like, I just don't see how this is gonna work in college, and so she broke it off. I'm sorry, he was graduated. She's like, I just don't see how this is gonna work. So he went on, he got married, whatever, had kids. She was a producer, so she was traveling all over, like living in LA and all this shit. Then all of a sudden he gets divorced. He reaches out to her through like Facebook or something for like some college reunion thing that he was planning, and they decide to meet up in New York. They go meet up, and they fall back in love basically. So they end up getting married. She moves across the country, from LA to go live with him in Georgia, and whatever. They're married for like, I don't even know how many years. Hey, good morning, everybody. They're married for like, I want to say like 10 years, maybe. And all of a sudden, she's describing the marriage as like the best marriage. He's so attentive. He's always, just doting on her, just being so nice and kind and everything like that. And then all of a sudden one day, she comes home from work, and he's like sitting on the couch, like normally he would greet her, and be like, hey wife, or something like that. And that day, she comes home and he hands her this piece of paper, and it's a fucking search warrant for the house. And it's because he like SA'd one of his students. He was like a teacher, got teacher of the year, good looking guy. And so when he's in jail, she starts going through like his email and stuff because she's like in shock, but she's also trying to protect her family and his family. And she's, trying to shut his social media down. And she had to log into his email to get the password. And that's when, she finds like a fucking treasure trove of all these affairs he was having, not only with students, but with all these other women. And oh my God, I just listened to the first 3 episodes and I'm like hooked. Hold on, I'm gonna share it with you guys. This is on iHeartRadio, but you could also find it on Apple, iTunes podcast, whatever the hell it is, or on hold on, what's the other one where they have iPod? Spotify has it. So just, it's called Betrayal Podcast, and holy shit, I'm so addicted just listening to this. So crazy. And then she actually, in this, on the third episode, she actually ends up talking to like the victim, because the girl's older now. She's like 21, and the girl explains the whole, process of like how he groomed her as a student, as a sophomore. Like, and it's just, oh my God, it just makes me think, it's just so scary. Like, you truly don't know somebody when you think about this. She had no idea, obviously, as a wife, that this was going on, that he was, having an affair, let alone with a student. But, yeah, scary shit. Scary, scary shit. I would not want to be a teacher in today's world, but ugh, sick. And he totally looks so unassuming, like you wouldn't think he was that teacher. I think we all had like creepy teachers in our lives, where you look back and you're like, yeah, that teacher was a little creepy. I know I had one. I used to come back. There was this one teacher, oddly enough, when I was in third grade, my favorite teacher in the world. He was the best teacher. I loved him. I mean, everybody did. It's so bad that he was moving up with us into fourth grade, the next year once we were going into fourth grade. And I was like, I wanted him so bad again for my fourth grade teacher. We loved this guy. I mean, me and my friend, we used to come back even when we were in middle school. We would come back to just hang out with him and visit him in the classroom. Like he was like hands down our favorite teacher, in elementary school. So it ends up, oh yeah, Beefers, it's crazy. So it ends up, right? I think I'm in high school. I think I was in high school. I might have had just graduated high school. All of a sudden, there was this big thing on the news. One of my friends calls me up and they're like, dude, Mr. Sav got arrested. And I'm like, what? Like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? And sure enough, I turn on the local news station and there he is getting let up in handcuffs and I'm like, what the fuck? None of the kids believed it. Not one kid that had him believed it. He was a great teacher. A little bit too lackadaisical, looking back now as a teacher, he was the fun teacher. That's why all the kids loved him, He wasn't like the teacher that was yelling all the time or whatever, He was very laid back, very cool, very, very nice teacher. But everybody loved him and not one kid believed him, this story. It was like this girl that came to my school. She moved in that year from another school district. And a friend of mine was actually her babysitter. She used to watch her after school every day. And she thinks that the girl was lying. Well, not lying. She thinks that the mother misinterpreted what the daughter told her. And this guy got charged. I mean, he was in jail for 7 years. But the story was, and it just doesn't even make sense. But the story was that, the little girl had gone to like special, class, whatever. It was like music or something. She wasn't feeling well. And so she walked back into the classroom and she needed, I don't know, I guess she was going to go to the nurse. And like allegedly he rubbed her butt. And that's it. Not that he should be doing that, but I'm just saying there was nothing. I mean, this guy went away for 7 years for this, because this was at the height of when they were like really cracking down on this, like back in the early 2000s, So that was all he did supposedly, right? I still to this day don't believe he did it. I just don't. And I don't even know how he got convicted and got thrown into jail for this because, I just don't know where the evidence was that he did anything. It was crazy. I mean, there were so many teachers. Here's the reason why I personally don't believe the story of the girl. When I had him in class, there was a group of teachers. There was him and then 2 fifth-grade teachers, male teachers, and then a sixth-grade teacher. And they all used to hang out during lunch and when we went to like gym or any of our breaks. They all used to hang out in this one teacher's classroom and drink coffee. So the fact that he would have been in his classroom, like when she said she came out and went to his room, I don't believe. The other thing is you were never allowed to like walk in the hallway by yourself to like the classroom. Like the special teacher just wouldn't let you leave like that. So I don't know. I don't personally believe the story, but his life was ruined. I mean, he's on the sex offenders list now. I never believed it, and none of the kids that ever had him believed it because like I specifically remember being in his class and my friend, she was very, she used to like want to hug him all the time for some reason. And he always used to be like, no, like he wasn't like that. He was just, there was nothing creepy about him ever. And no kids believed it. Not one kid that had him believed it. And typically when people do things like this, I mean, this guy was almost at the end of his career at this point in time when this happened. He was about to retire. So it's like, all those years you're telling me he never touched a student. Not one other student ever came forward, and said, yeah, he did this to me or that to me. So he waits until he's gonna like almost retire to rub a student's butt. Like, this just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. But he was such a good teacher, and I still to this day don't believe that, what he went through and that he did anything, because there was no evidence. I read the court documents years later, and there was just I can't even believe he got fucking thrown in jail for that, which I don't even think he did that. I don't know. There was a whole bunch of stories at the time, because like again, a friend of mine babysat this girl, and she said that the mother was like crazy and was looking to sue the school district. She just wanted money. And it was like this whole big conspiracy. But there was another teacher, right? When I used to come back and visit him, when we were in like middle school and high school, we used to come back and visit him. We would go back to elementary school and talk to him and sit in his classroom and everything and hang out. And there was this other teacher, though, that when I used to come back and visit, he'd be like, oh my God, you look so beautiful. Like, and I was creeped out by it. I was like 13, 14 years old. And I'd be like, dude, like this guy's creepy. There was a couple of teachers in my school that were fucking creepy. And the one that you wouldn't expect this happening from, that's the one who got arrested. It was crazy. I had a huge crush on a teacher, but thank God not to level. Yeah, you're like my girlfriend. My girlfriend, she like always, well, I in her defense, there was some hot substitute teachers when we were in high school, because they were like older guys that had just graduated, maybe a couple years before us, like 5 years or something. And they would come back and be like substitutes. And there was a couple of hot substitute teachers. And she had this one that was a sub for her class. He was a very good looking guy. And she was like, I swear to God, she was like trying to like have a relationship with him, but he was like not into it at all. He would just be like, hi. I could tell even like at that age, like he was like uncomfortable. Like she made him uncomfortable. She was so flirtatious with him. And he was just like, oh, like you're a kid. But yeah, there was some hot substitute teachers when we were younger. Mm. But anyway, I mean, this story is just crazy because I mean, this guy groomed this girl over a period of time, starting when she was a sophomore, and then had this relationship with her. And oh my God, it's just terrible. And I feel you feel terrible for her, but you feel terrible for the wife too, because she didn't know that this was obviously going on. I mean, just like typical wives, like I don't go through my husband's phone and shit. Like I don't do that. And she said the same thing. She's like, I don't go through my husband's phone. I don't, go through his emails and shit. So like, she's just sitting there thinking she's living this, normal life. And some of the shit he was saying to people is disgusting. But anyway, if you're interested in the podcast, I put it in there, and I'll put it back. I'll put it in one more time just in case anybody missed it. If you're looking for something to listen to that's not like fucking YouTube drama, because I know, sometimes this shit gets old. It happened to me when I was age 9, not by a teacher, but a family member, and I didn't tell anyone until I was 20. That sucks, Susan. I mean, I had a situation, I've talked about it on here before, and it wasn't me, but it happened in my family. And, my cousin came to me and told me about it. And what a horrible situation it was. It's really scary when it's somebody you like trust, you know. Well, I mean, a teacher is somebody you trust, but I'm saying a family member, it's even scarier because it's like you grew up with this person your whole life, and you didn't know that they had that in them. You listened to that, Casey? No, I have only gotten to episode 3. I'm just listening now. And this morning I just found it. I typically like don't know, I don't know what kind of podcasts are out there. So I happened to just like find this morning because it came up in my shorts. There was like a Entertainment Tonight or something, like one of those shows talking about it. And I was like, ooh, this sounds interesting. So I went and found the podcast. Hold on, let me see if I just want to show you guys what this guy looks like. Because you wouldn't even think, oh my God, it's just so crazy. What was his name? Spencer, hold on. Hutton, I think. Hold on. Oh, Heron. Heron? I don't know. I don't know how you say this. Like, dude, if you saw this guy, would you think he was like that teacher? Like the creepy teacher? It's just scary how people can live like double lives like that. Like you think of the Gilgo, the ah, why is Laura's voice coming out of my thing? Oh, I had, had Jules's video up from yesterday. Hold on a second. That was weird though. I don't know why her voice started playing. So, like, look at this guy. Would you think that this guy is, that creepy teacher? I mean, good looking guy. That's his wife, beautiful woman. And holy shit. I mean, you would just not think. You wouldn't think that this guy was the creepy teacher who's having these crazy affairs with his students, you know? I mean, there he looks. Nobody looks good in their mug shots though. But like these are pictures. Totally doesn't look like, you know what I'm saying? He looks harmless. Totally harmless. He is handsome. He's a handsome guy. There's a Hulu documentary out right. Oh, get out of here, Desi. I don't have Hulu. I don't have Hulu. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. You think he's guilty of slander? Who's that? Laura's last review last night was horrendous. She has a really bad habit of not listening. Wait, hold on. Reading or listening to everything right before commenting. What was it about? What was she reviewing? Laura trying to stick her fucking nose in the middle of everything. Take a read, John. Wait, what happened? I'm trying to catch up with you guys over here. What happened? Hold on. I know she can't deal with a simple comment. She flies off the hinges. If you looked at the messages, there was nothing at all there. What are you guys talking about? I have a predator and I didn't tell my family. I'm turning 40 this year. I came clean to my mom and my brothers. Come to find out he did the same thing to my brothers as well. No way, Heather. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I feel you, girl. I don't want to say a victim because there was a creepy incident, I'll say, but um it's devastating to your whole entire family when that shit happens. That's what broke my family apart initially. You know, it was like trying to ignore the purple elephant in my family for years. Every time I went, to family parties and shit, it was just like I was just sitting there trying to like pretend like, hey, this didn't happen, but I know it happened, you know? And it was really hard for me. I couldn't do it. And I think it built up a lot of resentment, from my aunt and my uncle especially, um, but also other people, because I just couldn't let go, I guess. When she was saying how the counterclaim is dumb. Oh, she was talking about I downloaded the counterclaim. I'm not gonna go over it on here because I know Burnt Toast is gonna do it like probably on Monday, and she'll probably do a 10 times better job than I ever would covering that. But I did read it last night, and look, I think the whole thing is just crazy. Like in general, that Betty's an idiot. uh and Queen Bee, I hope she could recover some of the losses that she's gonna have. But I mean, the whole thing is just absolutely ridiculous, and I just don't think it's gonna go anywhere, to be quite honest with you. I think that the judge is gonna see it and just be like, get off the internet, like basically. It's a waste of time. Oh, Nunya went over it? Yeah, see, I'm not gonna go over it. Mm, I'm sure other people will. And on top of that, I would have to sit here and block out everybody's names I'm just a little too lazy to do that. So here's a good reenactment of Ray, 12-year-old boy who of a reenactment of Ray, 12-year-old boy in UK who was on trial for killing his mom and boyfriend. I can't grab that link. Are you sending that to somebody else in there? Because I can't get it because I'm on StreamYard. I heard something about that story. I saw something like that in my videos. So get this shit. I made a video yesterday, but I never ended up posting it. But the other day on my local news, right? They do this video where they're giving tickets to people. I think I told you guys this yesterday. They're giving tickets to people who are what do you call it? They're, who are driving past Rex Huerman's house. Like, you can't even slow down. They'll give you a ticket, right? So that was like 2 days ago. Yesterday, I log on to Instagram and I see that, they have a video, News 12. And the news is standing outside of these people's house. Okay, the investigation's over. Cops are gone. Family returns to the house. And the wife is like, I feel so bad for this woman. You could just see the distress in her face. Like, you could see it. She looks like she got her ass kicked. And the news is sitting there harassing her, asking her questions, trying to ask her questions. And they're just like, these people just got home. Their whole entire lives have been turned upside down. Their house is in complete disarray because when the cops go and do that shit, they're gonna fucking clean up after themselves. They leave your house a mess. So, I mean, their house is completely turned upside down. The backyard, she had these nice, garden back there. That's gone. Old vegetables and shit she was growing. At least I think it was the wife, it could have been him. But they rip it apart. And I'm like, so let me get this straight. So you're going to take it citizens who are just driving by, but it's okay for News 12 to sit out there and fucking harass this family. And at one point, the wife flips out. She's like, don't talk to me. She's screaming at them. Don't talk to me. And I'm like, fucking Long Island being Long Island, it's like rules for thee, but not for me. But it's like, why would you let the news sit there? Like, let these people deal with this situation privately, fucking sitting outside in front of their house, filming them like they're zoo animals. It's so fucked up. Yeah. Speaking of Laura, since I have this video up, hold on a second. Bro, she is fucking, hold on a second. I just thought it was so fucked up that they were, they're out there harassing her. Like that, these people. Leave them alone. Hold on. Let them, let them just get home and try to figure out what their lives are going to be going, forward here on out. I'm like, so you're going to sit here and ticket us, but then anybody else, the news could sit there and fucking film them and harass them. That's okay. But, we can't drive by the house, which I wouldn't do anyway. They said that they don't want people driving there. And you guys know how I feel about that kind of shit, like harassing people and the fucking victims, families and neighbors and shit. Like, I wouldn't do it, maybe like a year or so when the shit calms down, but not right now. Like, I don't even think I need to drive by the house. I've seen pictures of it on the news. That's good enough for me. It's a little different if I drove with you guys and brought you to like Gilgo Beach where the bodies were found. It's a public space, but to go, sit in front of this person's house and film it, like that's just not right. That's somebody's house. The neighbors, they had the police and news cameras parked out there for, over a week. It's like, let people get back to their real lives. Leave these fucking people alone. But anyway, this was really funny. I don't know when this is from.
That I told you guys about.
Playing the whole
I'll
thing.
show you guys.
Laura got, hold on. This is too funny. All right. So this is Sapphire Jewels. So go over there and sub up. If
These are the $10 clip-in extensions from Temu that I told you.
Temu. Temu. It's Temu. Why does Laura mispronounce everything? She's like, these are $10 extensions I got from Temu. It's Temu. Dude, like, there's a million videos right now because Temu is in everybody's inboxes trying to get them to promote their products, like, and their website. And it's Temu. But she's like, she's got to say it different. Temu, whatever the fuck she says. But these are her $10 extensions. Hold on.
Told you guys about. I'll show you guys.
Dude. I wish you guys could see these better. Hold on a second. Oh wait, I could take myself completely off here. Bro, $10 extensions. They look like they cost $10, Laura. Like I don't know. I don't know what the fuck goes through this woman's mind. And then there's like a random pink streak. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if that's a light reflection or something, or if that's in there. But I'm like, okay. I don't know if she knows that color. That blonde does not look just good with her complexion. It washes her out. It's not like she's too white to have that fucking yellowy white hair. You know what I'm saying? Like it just washes her complexion out completely. But you got to find anybody could go blonde. You just have to find your right shade of blonde, you know? Because people just think like, oh, blonde is blonde, but it's really not. There's like warm blonde, there's ashy blonde, there's neutral blondes, just like with brown hair, you know? So you got to kind of find your right shade. She's too cool toned, her skin, to have such a ashy toned hair. I don't even know if I'd call that ashy though. It's kind of yellowy. I don't know. It just doesn't look good on her.
To go down to there.
What's with the random streaks of pink? There's another one over there. That's not a light reflection.
There.
Do you order them with the pink in them? I don't understand. Yeah, no, Laura. They don't even like match her hair up at the top. I don't know, dude. I just thought that was funny. Yeah, she's got the wigs. She's got the wigs. Most flattering, technically, 2 shades lighter than your natural color, I've heard. Yeah. I mean, mine's a lot lighter, but mine's highlighted. So, like, when I have my hair back, it still looks brown. Makeup mobster Cassandra said hello. Who the hell's Cassandra? What? Who's Cassandra? I don't know who that is. Who? What? Like, what? I don't know who Cassandra is. But hi, I guess. Ever see how to wrap the package? Ever see how they wrap the packages? No. My silver washed out. Now I'm blonde and I don't like it. Going back to silver. I mean, those look like they cost $10, dude. They look like they cost $10. I don't know why she needs clip-in hair extensions to sit at her fucking desk, but I personally don't like wearing them. I feel like everybody knows that your hair is not that long, like or thick. Like, so if I showed up somewhere with those like hair, the only time I ever wore clip-in extensions, well, a few times in my life, but I wore them to my engagement party. You know, that was different. I was like kind of like an event, but like I wouldn't wear them just like on a regular daily basis because I feel like if I like showed up at like I don't know my son's hockey game with this like thick long hair, like everybody'd be like, Liana, how'd your hair magically grow overnight? The only other time I would ever wear them is I used to do like a long ponytail, and I feel like it was less obvious because you know when your hair is up, it's like harder to tell. But I had long hair at the time. My hair was actually so long at the time that I couldn't even like really find extensions that were longer than my hair, you know. And I used to put like just to thicken my ponytail up, or like sometimes I would use like a bun. I would make it like a bun. So I don't know. I got it from what's her name, Carly Bible. She used to take like I don't know. She did all these like magic tricks, but put her clip-in extensions in, and then you could like comb them into your ponytail. So you kind of put them in upside down instead of putting them like the normal way. You put them in, and then you comb your hair over them, and then you know it turns into like a ponytail. And that is probably the only time I would ever use them. But because I always felt like somebody would like know that I was wearing them, and then I'm like, that kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? You know, if you wore them every day, that would be a different story. But I don't know. I wasn't about, and they're uncomfortable. I feel like they make your head itchy. I don't know. I don't find them all that comfortable. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, her Appalachia. Her Appalachia must be kicking in. I don't even know what the rest of this is about. Oh, probably Queen Bee, if I had to guess. It's really funny because like every day, you guys are obsessed. I didn't see her live last night. I guess we could take a look and see what she was bitching about. I saw a clip this morning. I don't know who had it, but it was a clip. Twisted Sister. Oh, pointy bangs, curly mullet. Oh, Life Rewinded. Do you guys remember when she fried her hair off, dude? That was, I mean, it just doesn't get much better than that. When she fried her fucking hair off, it was so bad. Oh my God, it was so bad. Hold on. Yeah, so apparently I'm obsessed. Everybody's obsessed with Laura, but it's okay if she goes and talks about Queen Bee every day. Let's examine the countersuit the right way, because Laura's a fucking attorney and all, so she should know these things. Laura's obsessed. That's what I'm saying. So like, don't ever fucking sit there and accuse other people of being obsessed with you when you are live daily about Queen Bee. Oh God, I'm not sitting through this like 20-minute fucking intro of hers. No thanks. Let's see how long it is. Oh, it's actually not that long. Oh, it's pretty long. All right. Does she show it on screen? She probably doxes everybody out, if I had to guess, because Laura, she's not going to take the time to cross anything out, or she's reviewing somebody's video who's reviewing it, like Nunya or something.
If I said to Texas Rose, I think that you deal drugs.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Sorry. That might have been the clip that I heard. I don't know if it was yesterday or I don't know. I don't know who clipped it.
Hey.
I heard something about her. I'll get your candle for the rest of your life.
Orfix and NL. Last time I checked, I don't see you guys as members. I don't see you guys as Patreons. And I don't think I've ever seen you as subs before. Oh. So you trying to dictate what I do and how I do it is not going to go over well. You're in the wrong chat. And I don't know if anyone's holding you hostage, but do yourself a favor. Get the fuck out of my chat. Thank you. So if everyone else was...
I sped her up a little bit.
What's up, everyone? How you guys doing today? I'm tired.
I'll stay obsessed with you, Laura, when you keep lying about me and my kids. And what's with the pink hair, you pinky tuscadero? You're 52 and not edgy enough to pull off pink hair. Yeah, really.
I ate like too fast, and now my stomach hurts. What's up, Texas Rose?
Nana LJ and
so
my wife.
Welcome,
Cassandra Mega Mobster was in. Oh. Wait, are you talking about the one that went to the You talking about the woman that had the business? The printing business? I'm sorry. If that's the case, then I apologize. Trying to talk to my wife, Cassandra Mega Mobster was in the chat. I think that's who you were talking about, Matt. And if so, I apologize. I'm like, who's Cassandra? I think that's who it was. She had the printing business with all the cool cups in her house. And they went, yes, okay. Sorry about that. I apologize. Yeah, that was awesome. I gotta go back. I was watching one of their videos last night, but I kind of dozed off. They had what's her name on there? BTK Killer's, daughter. And I was like, ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Definitely gonna be a good one.
Kimberly and Sweet Carolyn, Yarn, Texas Rose, Natalie, Sweet Carolyn, Crystal, Kaz, Denise, Justice Jane.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward because I can't listen to her saying.
Pick up Phoenix from that stuff that I do not know. Hey, Quandary, there's a lot of stuff that I do not know, but there's also a lot of stuff I do know. And
to say the least, there's a lot of stuff you don't know, Laura.
I filed enough suits with my ex, with Brad, including defamation, like tons of stuff.
Oh my God, dude. Kerry Rawson was on with Jay yesterday. Yeah, yep. It was very interesting, actually. I was watching, I started listening at the beginning and then I fell asleep last night, so I have to go back and listen to it. And they did also, I should share their channel in here. They did a great video yesterday talking about the lives of the girls that were killed on Gilgo Beach. And it was so, it's just so nice to see like other people like trying to recognize that these were just girls. They weren't their jobs. And you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that the case got so overlooked for so long by so many people because people just tend not to care in those kind of situations. So it was a nice video, kind of paying tribute to the girls.
Now, one of the advantages that I do have is that our suit was in.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know about Laura ever having defamation suits. Like family court and like criminal court and civil court are like all different things. Family court's like a joke. Like attorneys laugh at family court, because it's just always like petty bullshit. It's crazy. Family court is fucking crazy. Totally different than civil court. So if you're gonna sue, right, your ex for defamation, that wouldn't happen in civil court. That would have to happen in family court. And she never sued him for defamation. She's such a fucking liar, dude. Like, such a liar. Could defaming comments have come up in their family court custody case? Sure. But like she didn't sue him for defamation. She's such a liar, dude.
Iowa. However, Iowa borders with Illinois, and my lawyer was actually dual lawyer in Illinois and in.
He was lawyered. He was dual rostered. You guys, my brain cells are already going down here.
Iowa. So I do kind of know a lot about Iowa defamation laws.
So Laura knows more about Iowa defamation laws, which I don't know what that has to do with anything because that's not where this case is happening. But anyway, it doesn't like, so she knows more than an actual attorney who wrote up a suit for a countersuit. She knows more, apparently. That's what I'm gathering.
Only because my lawyer had explained it. So there's a lot of stuff I do know.
Exactly, Sarah. That's exactly what happened. Case, if you go in my community page and scroll down to my second to last post, there's actually a link to their channel in there, because it'll link you to like a video, but you could get to the channel from there if we can't find it.
Like if I don't know something, I'll look it up. But one of the things I do know about Illinois defamation, it's the same thing as Iowa. A lot of their laws are very much the same. But one of the things.
Mega Master, the village wants to buy the house and demolish it after trial. If the family wants to do that, Ace's son was walking the dog crying yesterday. It's not cool. I was just talking about that because the News 12 is like harassing them. And, he's obviously, from what we understand, the boy has special needs. And it's just so sad that they were, they're ticketing other people that drive by the house, but they're allowing the news to sit out there and film these people in their, vulnerable, weak state. I saw the wife flipping out. Like, it was just not cool. And I feel really bad for them,
Things that they say is you have to have monetary loss. So if I'm going to use Texas Rose, if I said to Texas Rose, I think that you deal drugs. Texas Rose says, no, I don't. Texas Rose says, no, I don't. But Texas Rose has no financial loss from me saying she does drugs. I said it online. Okay, she's a crack dealer. It still means nothing. Now, if she lost money, if there was monetary loss.
Laura, oh my God, the monetary loss is the lawsuit, dude. The lawsuit is the monetary loss. This is a countersuit, dude. So it's totally different stipulations. Like, oh my God. What does she not understand? That's totally different than Queen Bee is not suing Betty for defamation. She's countersuing her for losses in court. And part of her suit is that, Betty has defamed her. She's not suing her for defamation though. That's You obviously didn't read the entire court document, because the court document is basically just evidence that Betty's a fucking person who uses the law. Okay, let me sum it up for you guys, since most of you guys, I don't know if you watched the other videos that covered it, but let me just sum this up for you. The entire suit is the countersuit is basically an exhibit of how Betty purposely uses the court system to harass and terrorize other people, and then it has a whole laundry list of reasons, examples of how she, harasses people, and statements that she has said in the past about suing people, just to teach them a lesson and shit like that. So, she's not being sued for defamation. She's trying to recoup her court costs. Like, so in other words, like, her suit is basically saying that this is a waste of time. Okay. And I want to recoup the money that I had to spend on this lawsuit. So she doesn't need to prove defamation in this case, because that's not what she's suing for. So, like, why are you even talking about this? It was just one of many examples where, Betty is sitting there saying that Queen Bee defamed her. Okay. But in reality, it's Betty who's doing the defaming, saying that she's a drug dealer. She doxed her. There's a whole, like, a couple of pages in there about how she put her information out and continuously doxed her and then lied about her and defamed her. So, but that's not what the lawsuit is about. Oh my God, dude. I know Illinois law.
For me
Because my lawyer was dual rostered.
saying that she does X, Y, and Z, then she would have a lawsuit. But she has to, one, prove that it's not true. Two, she has.
Meanwhile, it's like, Laura, and it's a real attorney, like, wrote this up. So if a real attorney didn't think that that was relevant to her case, he wouldn't have put it in there.
To prove that there's financial loss. Right.
There is financial loss. She had to pay for court fees, attorney fees. So
right then and there makes this whole thing invalid.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Now, Betty can show that there's a financial loss, whether it's specifically due.
Oh my God.
To Queen Bee, that's going to be hard to prove. But it's not hard that she does have financial loss from Summer Wells to now.
That's because she sucks, Laura. Good luck proving that her financial loss. First of all, how does Laura even know that? But second of all, good luck proving that the loss is due to anything that anybody said about her, let alone Queen Bee. There could be a variety of reasons for that. It could be people just decided they didn't like her, which I think is probably more likely the story. But like, what are you talking about, dude? Oh my God. Laura trying to act like she knows what she's talking about for a fucking lawsuit is ridiculous here.
A lot of people think that a judge is on YouTube watching.
And here's this idiot, Tyler Feller, giving her $10. Oh my God, I can't.
A judge does not know what we know. Hey, Tyler, thank you. A judge does not know what we know.
Yo, don't hit subscribe.
I have to fast forward.
A judge does not know what we know. A judge can only go by his experience, and I highly doubt that we're going to get a judge lurking in the drama communities of YouTube.
Couldn't that go for any case though? Right? A judge doesn't know in any case like what everybody else knows about the case. So what does that have to do with anything, Laura? Do you think that the judge in your court case with Brad, do you think he knew everything that was going on behind the scenes? No. They don't have to know everything. All they have to know is the relevant stuff that's brought into evidence in the courtroom. So that's such a moot point. It doesn't even fucking mean anything. Holy shit.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. So people, assume that a judge is going to think like we do, that a judge is going to be like, Oh, PJ, I totally get what you're saying. No. So that's why motions are written. Most judges don't even look at it. They look at the motion. Okay, approve, disapprove. People have this.
What? I hope that's not the case, that the judge doesn't even look at the motions that are entered into court, because that would be really fucked up. What are you talking about, dude? Maybe in your case they didn't look because you guys were just wasting court's time just like this, but I don't know. That's probably not the case because I mean, oh my god, dude, what is she talking about? Dude, I love how she bases her entire opinion on like the court system and how it works in her one case that she did. Like that means that that's how it works always everywhere.
This preconceived notion that judges are like way different than they really are.
What?
Judges are overbooked. They look at something quickly.
After every word.
Give them an argument. Half the time, unless you're on trial for murder, they're not even looking it up. They're like,
what? What the fuck is she talking about, dude? Oh my god, dude. Laura should say why she really left Long Island. She doesn't know the law. Yeah, she doesn't know the law. She does not know the law for shit. She left Long Island because she couldn't afford it here, dude. That's why. She just couldn't afford it. Also, because she was a stripper. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but figured I'd just throw that in there.
lawyers settle this. And most lawyers don't even want to go to court.
I don't understand what the fuck she's talking about, dude. Like, Laura, how the fuck could you generalize as if you know anything about lawyers or judges or anything? I mean, like, this is just so stupid. I don't know where does she get this shit?
They don't want to face a judge. They want to settle out of court. Most counters.
God, dude, hack that fucking hairball up already. Holy shit. It's like, what the fuck?
Suits are done. Like, I couldn't get an actual percentage, and I looked. Almost every civil case has a countersuit. Why? Because they're hoping that the plaintiff is going to get
She was trying to get a percentage of that.
scared and then drop the lawsuit. That's why you countersue.
No, that's not why. That's not why at all. But okay.
Even if there's like no merit, that's just why you countersue. And it happens all the time. And sometimes it works. Just like sometimes suing works. But in this case, it's different. Yeah, you have arbitration and mediation. There's tons of stuff. Like, that's why I keep saying this will never make it to a courtroom. Like, they're never going to go in front of a judge. This is going to get settled at a court. And I guarantee you it's going to be settled with just don't talk about each other. That's what's going to happen. This is a complete waste of subs money. Betty was right. Just file. All she wanted was for Queen Bee to keep her fucking mouth shut. And all this would be over. I mean, honestly, Queen Bee is really not asking. Betty is not really asking a lot. I don't even know why this has gone as far as it's gone. It's ridiculous, but that's just my opinion.
She's like, lawyers don't want to go to court. Like, Laura, they love going to court actually because they get, I mean, it depends on what type of attorney you are, because not, as my attorney told me, he's like, not every attorney is a litigator, right? So some don't like to actually go to court and fight because they're just not good at it, but like, she's like so fucking stupid, dude. This is unbelievable. I mean, it depends on what type of attorney you are.
But again,
I don't know how she generalizes people like this. Like, it just doesn't even make sense. Hold on, I'm just texting somebody. All right.
And she's not paying for it, so who cares? It's not her money that's being, laid out. So,
oh my God.
So down the rabbit, let me get back. So down the rabbit hole, when I first looked at this, I was like, is this like satire? Is it a joke? But then she explains that she changed like names and stuff. She went through it to redact it. Yeah.
Yeah, she really does believe her own shit, though. I don't know. I don't even know where she comes up with this stuff. Like, it's so fucking irrelevant and doesn't even make sense. So it is a waste of time. I'll agree there. But unfortunately, Betty put it in the court system, right? So, like, she was fine. She's fucking dead ass serious about this shit, Bullhorn Betty. Like, she's not fucking around. She really thinks that she has something here. If she didn't, she wouldn't have filed it. So, I mean, for Laura to sit there and be like, oh, she's just like, like making light of it. I don't know. I don't even know what she's talking about, dude.
Yeah, wasting other people's money, but it's much easier. Hey, just a mom.
Plus,
It's kind of like
she's asking for $50,000. I believe it said. Um, now I got. Oh, hold on a second. I think I might still have it open in my thing. Or I don't know if that was Queen's countersuit. Shit. But yeah, it's God. Um, she's so stupid. I think it was like around 50. Oh, 150,000. Yeah. Okay.
I'd much rather go to Atlantic City or Las Vegas with someone else's money because it's much more fun to gamble somebody else's money.
What? Wait, what? What'd you just say? You guys all see my
And
community
through it to
with Betty's fan, her ceiling fan. Let me tell you something. You couldn't pay me. I wrote this a few times in my comments. You couldn't pay me to stand under that fucking fan. And I'll tell you why. I have installed lighting fixtures before in my bathroom. It's pretty easy, actually. But she claims, oh, get out of here. You're a civil lawyer, personal injury. She's way out there. Yeah, totally out there. So she claims that I don't know. She claims that she's an electrician, that she could do like electrician work because her dad or something was like a master electrician. So I'm thinking in my head, well, if you could do electrician work, how hard would it be for you to tap off another line in your house and then run a wire through and then drop it in the ceiling and put a little electrical box in there with all the wiring? Because like I've never seen a fucking fan swag lamp. In fact, I Googled it last night because I was like, do they even fucking make this? And they don't. They don't make fans like that. So she must have like rigged up the wires to like, because I mean, you can make anything a swag lamp basically. So she rigged the wires to, plug into the wall, which I'm like, yeah, that's a real electrician. But like, I've never seen that before. I've never seen a fan plug in. I've seen like outdoor fans like that plug in like that, but never like an indoor fan that plugs in like that. And typically those fans have like a cage around them. So like God forbid if the wire should fall, it doesn't get tangled in the fan. But anyway, oh my God, dude. She showed in a she said that, and this doesn't make any sense. She said that her light got damaged from like I guess Ian, which was a storm, right? So I would assume that because her roof leaked, that the water got in there. So I'm thinking like, okay, but you don't even have an electrical box up there because she showed the ceiling where she just made 2 holes in the ceiling to mount the lighting fixture. And I'm like, dude, that is so dangerous. Like that plaster looks like it's about to like crumble. And I just don't know with a ceiling fan, maybe a regular lighting fixture could work, but with a ceiling fan, I don't know. I would be nervous. That's all I'm saying. Because over time, as good as you get it up there, ceiling fans move. So like the screws over time are gonna loosen up. The mollies are gonna loosen up. Like I don't know, man. That's just scary. That's just scary. She hung it by molly. She didn't even hit a stud because she wrote in her post that she's like, I gotta get extra. I gotta get these special screws or something to hang it from plaster. And I'm like, yeah, those would be called mollies, and I would be scared to stand under that fucking thing because it's over time. I feel like it's gonna weaken the fucking plaster, and eventually it's just gonna fucking come crashing down from the ceiling because it's not screwed into like a stud, like a normal lighting fixture. There's an electrical box that's like screwed into the stud, and then there's mounting screws on the side of the electrical box so that you could mount the fixture to that. So like, I don't know. It's a little scary. It's just a little scary. Plus with the fucking plug. So like, does she have to plug that in every time she like goes in and out of the room? Like, how does that work? Unless she has like her plug is associated with the light switch because I have that in one of my rooms. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a little scary though. I just wouldn't be standing under that ceiling. Like I feel like I'm gonna start watching her now just to wait for the day that thing just comes crashing down on her desk. you know. Oh, it's a little scary.
redact it. Yeah, wasting other people's money, but it's much easier. Hey, just a mom. It's kind
No, Cheyenne, it's not in studs. That's why I'm saying I would never stand underneath that thing because like she wrote in the post, she showed the 2 holes that she had drilled in the ceiling, and I'm looking at that, and I'm like, "That doesn't look right," you know? And then I'm like, "Oh, that's why, because there's no electric box, there's no wires coming out of the ceiling." So, I'm like, "Yeah, that looks fucking scary, dude." I don't know, man. I'd be scared to be standing under that fucking thing, that's all I'm saying. It's just hanging by 2 molly screws. Plaster is like weak. Like I don't know. I don't know much about plaster, so I shouldn't probably comment on it. But to me, I feel like there's a reason they stopped using plaster and like use sheetrock now, because sheetrock's like a little, it's a little bit like more rigid, I guess, and stronger. Plaster, I feel like is it's just not as strong. I don't know if I would trust something hanging from it like that, even with mollies in it from the ceiling. Like, that would scare me.
Kind of like I'd much rather go to Atlantic City or Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, that's why Sloth. I think that's why she wasn't in her office for so long, because her light was out. She always had a swag lamp in there, because if you look at her old videos, you could actually see the change. And that's the real weird thing too. Is like typically when you have a swag lamp, I'm not like against swag lamps by any stretch of the imagination. I actually used to have one hanging in my living room here. It was a modern looking one, didn't look like from the fucking 80s, but um I hate ceiling fans personally. Like, I know some people love them. I just don't like the look of them. So when we moved in our house, I ripped every ceiling fan out. It was like one of the first things I did. I was like, get these fucking ceiling fans out of here. They're no good. I just don't like them. So anyway, I mean, I like some of them, but I just didn't want them in my house. I wanted nice lighting fixtures. But anyway, uh fuck was I saying? Oh, a swag lamp. Typically, you take the cord to the corner of the room, and like hang it in a corner, like not just like randomly in the middle of the wall the way she did. But I guess that's probably where her outlet is. That's probably why she did that. But she always had a swag lamp hanging, in that room, because you could see the chain coming down the wall. So I don't know. The lamp must have broke, and that's why she hasn't been in her office. And it's fucking weird, dude. She's like so proud of herself. She's like, I installed the ceiling fan. I'm like, well, not really. You didn't really install it, because all you did was hang it. Like, you didn't really install it though. You didn't like do the wiring and shit.
It's kind of like I'd much rather go to Atlantic City or Las Vegas with someone else's money because it's much more fun to gamble somebody else's money. And that's kind of what's going on here. Queen Bee isn't paying for anything.
Oh my god, dude. So she's saying that Queen Bee's gambling with other people's money right now. Oh my God, Laura. I really just think this all comes down to Laura's just jealous that she would never, like, if she was in trouble, she tried doing this a few times, right? Oh, I'm going to hire an attorney, and then never came to fruition. I think that she's just jealous, like that Queen Bee's has a supportive community that helped her out during a rough time, Laura never had that. She probably raised like a couple $100, if that, for an attorney that she never got anyway. And now forget it, because nobody's ever going to trust that she's actually hiring an attorney again if something, happened to her. So
Everything is being paid for by our subs. So fuck it. Tell the lawyer, go all the way. Do whatever you got to do.
this is the same person who's always like, oh, don't worry about what people's money and da 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 da. And then she's like sitting here like, what do you care? If people want to donate to that, that's their business, Obviously, she's spending the money. I mean, I have to say, out of all the people I've seen here that collect money for various, things, at least we could actually see that the money is going towards what it's supposed to go towards, Laura. Because when you had a lawsuit or were hiring an attorney, never went to that attorney.
It's perfectly okay. I'm not paying for it, but here's your money. If Betty loses, I think Betty can use that to her advantage, though. That why should I pay her fees when she doesn't pay her fees?
I'm total. Wait, what? Hold on. I was reading Blank Screen's comment, and at the same time, I just heard her say something really stupid. So hold on, let me rewind. Yeah, no, I can't stand people that watch other people's money either. It's all she does here. That is all she does here.
So fuck it. Tell the lawyer, go all the way. Do whatever you got to do. It's perfectly okay. I'm not paying for it, but here's your money. If Betty loses, I think Betty can use that to her advantage, though. That why should I pay her fees when she doesn't pay her fees?
What? What? No, dude, that's not how it works. she can't use that to her advantage because she's paying for it, Laura. It's coming out of her account to the attorney. They don't care where you got the money from. What if somebody borrowed money from like their dad, right? And they were involved in a lawsuit and they borrowed money from their dad. That you can't use that. That's completely fucking irrelevant in this situation. Holy shit, dude. She sounds so fucking stupid.
I don't know if that would hold up in court, but
It wouldn't. It just wouldn't.
I do wonder if Betty's kind of in a no-lose situation with that. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, QB now has a new fund for the countersuit, this time asking for $10K. Now that's ballsy. True crime, that is ballsy.
Look, I would never collect money on here just because I've seen it go horribly fucking wrong for people in the past. But like, she had no choice in a sense. Like, how is she going to pay for this? You know, I mean, and people were happy to help her out. You know, it's not like she was putting a gun to anybody's head and being like, give me your money. People are happy to help her. So, you know, who cares, Laura, right? Just like when your car breaks down and you come on here and eBay, or when you put your fucking Christmas list, Amazon list out for your fucking adult children who, you know, at this point in time should kind of understand that, you know, Santa's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Laura, come on. You know, people are happy to pay. So you got Bonnie Claus over there, you know, come on.
So I really hope her subs listen to this live, because down the rabbit hole, I don't know if she just doesn't understand how the law works or how this all works, but
I would say that down the rabbit hole probably has a far better understanding of the law, given the fact that she was a social worker in the past and probably had to, you know, go to court at times to testify or deal with, you know, certain situations. So, yeah.
she's gassing people up for something that she shouldn't be gassing them up for. I'm going to explain though. All right. Creators have been donating. They're being played, like, for real. And I'm going to explain it all. But again, I haven't watched more than 10 minutes of this because she was getting on my nerves.
Wait a second. So Laura didn't get all the information, but she's going to explain to everybody. Okay. Sounds legit.
So I'm like, we're going to do this together. And I'm going to explain to you what I heard, and then at the point that I didn't hear it anymore. But this is like,
what?
She's wrong on a lot of things. All right.
So again, this is somebody who has a master's degree, who is definitely way more educated than Laura, but Laura's going to explain everything. Okay. Jesus. Good God. I don't know how long I'm going to make it through this one, guys.
On screen.
Well, I can't actually stay here all that long, so. Oh my God. I got to fast forward her. She's like so much blank space, dude.
I'm going to explain why.
And just so everybody's aware, Queen Bee, by and through lawyer from Fuck Around and Find Out law firm, complains of BHB stating as following. We're going to talk about the venue here. Parties, jurisdiction, and venue. Queen Bee is resident of Illinois. BHB is resident of Florida. Okay? BHB sued Queen Bee in this court, availing herself of the rights and privileges of proceedings in this court.
Okay, let me also say, one thing that people should know is in the state of Illinois, they're one of the few that does this. Filing a countersuit is a completely separate action, which I was wrong about originally, but I did look it up, is a completely separate action than the original lawsuit. So,
oh my God, so what?
So that's why he writes sued instead of being sued, because technically it has to be a separate action.
Number 4, as explained.
Yeah, this is painful, like, to listen to her try to act like she knows what she's talking about. She's like, I looked it up.
Below, BHB directed her actions and the damages caused by her actions into this county. Number 5, court has jurisdiction over the parties. Number 6, the court has jurisdiction over the subject matter of this litigation.
And all that is true.
This piece.
I just don't understand why she's arguing with what an attorney wrote, dude. Like, oh my God, dude.
Right here, the facts. The facts is just like OMG.
And this is where she is completely misconstrued, and I'm not really sure why.
Good point, Lemon Drop. Laura, you've been handed free money probably most of your life. You have no right to comment on where QB is being funded from. So true. Her whole life, Laura's whole life right now is funded by her whole survival is completely dependent on donations from strangers, pretty much, and then people buying, her fucking janky candles. So, who the fuck are you to say, oh, she can't collect money for a lawsuit, right? That's about YouTube. It's not like she's going out and partying with the money. She's spending it on a fucking lawyer, and people are happy to provide that for her. And it's like, Laura, you're sitting here your whole entire existence, you're like barely scraping by because you're depending on the generosity of strangers, essentially, and you have the nerve to sit here and fucking judge somebody else. Like, oh, wow, dude.
Let me read you the facts, okay? Facts common to all counts. BHB claimed advocacy and revenue generation. Number 7, BHB holds herself as a victim's right advocate, a victim's right activist, and a social media influencer.
The best one, and she'll get to it soon, is she considers herself a world famous YouTuber. It was in there. It's so funny.
Number 8, BHB uses the name Bullhorn Betty to undertake these activities. Number 9, upon information and belief, Bullhorn Betty operates the YouTube channel at Bullhorn Betty. Upon information and belief, Bullhorn Betty operates the TikTok account, Bullhorn Betty.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there and let's go back. So she's making it a big deal about what's being said. Now remember, she's on QB's side.
She's not making it a big deal.
Now remember, though.
She's literally just reading the facts, Laura.
We're not talking about someone that knows YouTube or knows Bullhorn Betty. We're talking about a judge who sees this blindly. Like if Yarn was to go to her husband.
Dude, a judge sees every case blindly, Laura. So, like, I don't understand what that point is, dude. Every case they see is blindly. What do you think? Judges fucking know everything about everything? The all-knowing judges, like they're fucking God or something? What do you like? What? I don't understand what that fucking has to do with anything.
He would, and
by the way, speaking of lawsuits, somebody sent me this yesterday, and I don't know why nobody else is talking about this, but Jay for Justice was also sued, and it looks like to me that the judgment went against her. And you guys remember it was something with when she was covering, I think it was a laundry case. She basically, used a news channel's, I don't know, content somehow in the wrong way, completely wrong way. And she got sued for it. And I'm pretty sure that they won.
Explained who BHB was. He's not going to know any differently. Okay, so she's all these things. You think the judge is going to look into it? Judge is not going to look into it at all. Judge isn't even going to care.
First of all, Laura, how could you say that the judge isn't going to look into it? They're assuming that when an attorney puts something in writing, it is a fact. Okay, those are facts. There's actually specific examples given, like the Vanity Fair article, and a couple of interviews that BHB did. There's actually links to those things. So yeah, a judge is going to look at it, but I don't know how it works in a civil case. But I'm pretty sure there's if it goes to that point, wouldn't there be a jury that decides? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you do a trial by judge or a trial by jury. It depends, I guess. But like, again, when a jury goes into a courtroom, right, they don't know the whole fucking story. Or they shouldn't know the whole fucking story. They're going in there blindly. And then the evidence is presented to them, and it's up to them to decide whether that evidence proves whatever it's supposed to prove. So, like, I don't even know what she's trying to say by this.
BHB claimed advocacy and revenue generation. That is true. BHB holds herself as a victims' rights advocate, a victims' rights activist, and a social media influencer. And again, that is true. So BHB uses the name Bullhorn Betty to undertake these activities. That is true. Upon information and belief, Bullhorn Betty operates the YouTube channel Bullhorn Betty.
Why is she reading this?
According to BHB,
she
covers cases and help in the search of those missing, presumed dead, or both. And again, that is true.
Okay, so why are you arguing?
Now, again, I want you guys to think of this as you have no idea who Betty is. You are a judge coming into this and just present the facts. So far, we're right on point. This is facts. I do love you, Crystal.
Oh my God.
Bullhorn Betty's YouTube channel shows videos of her in various locations. Factual. BHB claims to work hard and put her life on the line to find the answers, to bring the truth and seek justice like no other channel you will find. Not true.
That's absolutely true. I'm pretty sure that says that either in her about section or her description.
Because there's tons of channels that go on, straight.
What?
So that's just not true. And I don't even think Betty would admit to that personally, like in a courtroom. I just don't see that. She'd be like, yeah, I'm the only one that does that. That's not true at all. Kim Kardashian.
Dude, she always claims that like her channel is so different from other people. Oh my God. She said, Laura, you sound real stupid right now.
Kardashian does it. Lots of people do it. BHB.
Oh my God. Cough that fucking thing up, dude.
He seeks financial support for her channel. And so does every other YouTuber.
Not true, Laura. Not true.
BHB maintains a Venmo account, Bullhorn Betty, to receive financial support. And it's what a description says. Okay. BHB maintains a Cash App account to receive financial support. And
Laura, they're just stating facts, bro. Like, what do you mean end? These are all just facts. They're giving a picture of who Betty Bullhorn is as a YouTuber. Oh my God, dude. She's slow.
BHB maintains a PayPal account, Bullhorn Betty, to receive financial support. And BHB claims to have covered the case of Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie. BHB claims to have covered the case of Kylan Chute and Crystal Turner. Both of those are true. Claims to have covered the case of Ruth Sicola, claims to have covered the case of Summer Wells, claims to have covered the case of Paula Miranda Rosa. By the way, when she reads it, she can roll her R's way better than I can. I can't roll my R's. So you're going to hear her say it way better than I can. So no offense.
I need to hear this twice. I'm going to fast forward.
Of her YouTube and TikTok accounts. Okay. So the reason why, this is where I turned it off, because her reaction to this and her kind of gassing up subs over this was insane to me. She's so wrong. All Betty has to say, and someone can tell Betty this, or I'll tell Marissa this, is the lawyer working for her working for free? Absolutely not.
What?
Why should Betty work for free? Why should any of us work for free? None of us should work for free. The lawyers.
That's not the point, dude. They're not arguing that she shouldn't be making money on her account. They're just stating facts that she, oh my God, dude.
Not, the judge isn't, the secretary isn't, the parking lot you got to pay for. So for him to use this as a, I guess, point of contention to me is insane. And it tells me
it's not a point of contention, Laura. It's just facts in the case.
He literally has nothing, because there's nothing wrong with monetizing your channel or using, putting her life on the line. Because again,
why is she so focused on this though? What he's doing is painting a picture that like none of that is actually true though. Like, she claims this, she claims that, but really none of it's actually true.
The judge doesn't know what's going on. Betty's not getting paid to reap off of a child or off a tragedy. Betty's getting paid for going out there, for being boots on the ground, for putting her quote unquote life on the line.
How is she putting her life on the line, dude? Give me a break.
For doing all those things. And
I knew Laura was going to end up becoming a Betty Bullhorn fan.
Betty can show at every single one of those cases that she was boots on the ground.
No shit. They're not arguing with that though. They're not arguing with that. They're stating what she claims. Oh my God.
So this lawyer is listening to QB and this nonsense. And
oh my God.
All Betty has to turn to the lawyer and say is, are you here for free? Is she not paying you?
Yeah. Case is going to be over. Just do that. I would love to see this happen. Yeah, that's it, Laura. The whole case will be dropped once she says that. Oh my God.
You get paid for your job. Why shouldn't I get paid?
I love how Laura's like, all they have to say is this. She always does that.
My job. And then Betty should show all the money that YouTubers make to the lawyer. Exactly, Penny. That's what I'm saying. I mean, so for the lawyer to put that in there, it to me is ludicrous. Like, this lawyer is clueless. Just absolutely.
And you're just so clued in, right, Laura?
Clueless.
God.
In her complaint, BHB complains of less earnings and monetization due to QB's criticism of her. That is true. And Betty can prove that.
Oh my God.
This confirms.
How? How could she prove that? Give me an example of how she could actually prove that.
Well, this confirms BHB revenue generation from coverage of disappearances, crimes, and tragedies. Again.
Exactly, Nana. Case may be dropped if Bleachhead Betty didn't do her filing in time. Yeah, she had to rewrite her entire filing because the way that it's written, like a fucking crazy person's manifesto, you can't even make sense of it or who did what. She needs to give specific examples, just like Queen Bee's attorney did, where he said that, Betty goes online and says that Queen Bee sells drugs to children. That's not true, first of all. And second of all, that's defamatory. You're stating that as a fact that she sells drugs to children. That's a defamatory statement right there because that's not true. And it could damage somebody, saying that about them. Or it could potentially damage somebody. But, saying that bleach head Betty and all this other shit, like Queen Bee says, whatever they say, that's or saying she doesn't do anything, she doesn't accomplish anything. That's an opinion. That's not going to damage her. So she didn't give any specific examples of what exactly, Queen Bee said about her that is defamatory. She hasn't done anything.
Again, that's not illegal. Don't news reporters get paid to cover tragedies? Don't newspapers get paid to be on boots on the ground? And believe me, I'm no Betty fan. But at Tone Deaf Betty, she could do whatever she wants with her money. It's her money. So what's QB doing with the money from her subscribers? She's certainly not paying an attorney 10, 20 grand. So what's she doing with it? Are you questioning her? 31, BHB has a merchandise store and promotes on her YouTube channel. Has an Amazon wish list she promotes on her channel. None of this stuff is illegal. None of this stuff means anything. So
nobody's saying that it's illegal. I don't know why she's like arguing with this.
Once it got around here, I literally turned it off. So I don't know what happens after this, but we're going to find out.
Oh my God.
But yeah, if this is the premise of his countersuit, then it's even more ridiculous than the original suit. And this is from a lawyer. But this is a lawyer that absolutely has no idea about YouTube. And Betty is going to embarrass in court. I really mean that. I could embarrass this guy in court at this point. Betty is going.
Lori's going to go get one of her fucking thrifted suits from the finest of thrift stores and walk into court and represent Bullhorn Betty. I'm the fucking attorney, guys.
To embarrass him.
Maybe she should put a double-sided dildo in her ass.
In court. All you need is documents and proof. Show 10 to Life. Show Stephanie Harlow. Show Ickmel. I mean, all these successful YouTubers, Pascal, that make money.
What is it? Oh my God, Laura, that's not the argument though. Why are you fucking so focused on this?
On tragedies, plain and simple. Just bring their stuff and boom, you got it. Yeah, this is QB's countersuit. And I also want to say the reason I'm covering it is not because of
she hasn't, dude, she's so stuck on this that she'll realize if she keeps reading it how it ties into everything at the end. But she's like, she doesn't even know why that's in there at this point because she hasn't read the entire document. But once you get through the entire document, it'll all make sense. But she's sitting here focusing on this, and this isn't an arguing point that the attorney's trying to make. What he's trying to do is build a picture of who Betty is as a person. She gets money from all these different places on YouTube. It's basically like she's fucking using people for money. And this case is also another case where she's just suing to sue. She's wasting the fucking court's time, and expecting to just get money out of it. Like, she just doesn't get it.
QB, it's because when I heard what I heard, I was like, this is really bad information that's being spread. And you're going to understand that in 2 seconds when I play it.
Oh my God. Lord.
Exactly. The lawyer sounds like he's trying to argue that BHB has no right to be on YouTube with a PayPal.
No, that's not what he's trying to say though. That's not at all. If you fucking read the whole document, you would realize that. Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Oh my God.
Oh, is there misspellings? I haven't really paid attention.
I actually think, okay, I had my my attorney when I was, in court with my fucking asshole brother and his stupid douchebag wife. I had my attorney write up this like thing because, we were trying to get him removed off as executor so we could just get through, doing what we had to do and not have, fucking somebody fighting with us every step of the way. So my attorney had to write up this whole thing. Well, it was based on the information that I had to give him about my brother, and I mean, I couldn't have gotten any more specific. I wrote a whole entire thing up for him, basically detailing everything that had happened from one, point A to point Z. Like, and of course, I'm not an attorney and I don't know laws. So like, I gave him things that I thought would fit into the law, but, wasn't 100% sure. And then from there, he wrote it up. And the first copy I got was like, just fucked. Like, it was so bad. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this attorney, I think personally did a really good job of taking the information that was given to him probably by Queen Bee and then, putting it into a format where, you know, and using whatever he thought was relevant to the case. Like, so I got to commend Queen Bee for giving him the information, you know, because I was like, shit, she knows, you know, she knows a lot about like all the various things that Betty has claimed and done in the past and everything that would be relevant to this case, or to a countersuit, you know, because the attorneys, obviously they get the information from you, and then, you know, they have to parse through that information and see what is relevant, you know, for the case. So I just don't, it's a character letter. There you go. I mean, she's just like not getting it, dude. She doesn't understand.
But this guy is clueless.
He's not clueless, because he did a great job of going through the information that he got and then putting it into, you know, the format that the court needs it.
So let's go back and let's see what she reads it as. And you'll understand why I got frustrated.
The facts is just like, OMG. Let me read you the facts, okay? Facts, comments to all counts. BHB claimed advocacy and revenue generation. Number 7, BHB holds herself as a victim's right advocate, a victim's right activist.
All right, we just heard all this. I'm just going to
and her audience. Bullhorn Betty's YouTube channel shows videos of her in various locations. Bullhorn Betty claims to work hard and put her life on the line to find
Let me just go through, because Laura,
you know, we all have accounts, right? Okay, that's fine. Number 17, BHB maintains a Cash App account, I blocked it, to receive financial support. Number 18, BHB maintains a PayPal account, Bullhorn Betty to receive financial support. BHB claims to have covered the case of Gabby.
All right, Mindy, the reason why I know that this has absolutely...
So the person Mindy in chat says Laura never reads her fucking comments, especially the ones that disagree with her. So all you ever hear is her responding to them and not understanding what the other person said. Says what QB is actually suing for comes later and actually has some merit and proof. Just don't know if she will win. So that's what Laura's responding to right now.
Merit is of Illinois law. Illinois law states that you have to have financial loss to win a defamation case.
Dude, the financial loss is the fucking lawsuit, Laura. What are you not understanding? This is a countersuit, the court costs, the fucking lawyer. What does she not understand about this?
Queen Bee has had zero.
She was forced to spend money on an attorney that she otherwise wouldn't have had to spend if Betty didn't bring her to court. That's what the fucking countersuit is. That's the financial loss. Oh my gosh, she doesn't get
zero financial loss, but a lot of financial gain. That's why she has no merit in this.
Oh my God, she has no idea.
Petito Brian Laundrie claims to have covered the case of Kyle Schuland, I think it's Schultz, and Crystal Turner, excuse me. BHB claims to have covered the case of Kathleen Moore and Colin. BHB claims to cover the case of Ruth.
I'm just going to fast forward again because we don't need to hear this.
Staring in your bad dreams. Yes, it is fact. It is Illinois law. You have to prove financial loss in a defamation case of Illinois law. That is fact.
So somebody says that's not always true and the only bar that has to be met. And she's like, yes, it is.
There's another part of it. But in Illinois, you must show financial loss.
Oh my God, dude.
Reward through financial donations and monetization of her YouTube and TikTok accounts. This sentence right here is like I was like, oh, this sentence right here, number 28. Number 28, now the attorney wrote this. I'm not saying this. The attorney wrote this. Upon information and belief, this is what he said. BHB covers these cases and other tragedies to reap financial reward through financial donation and monetization of her YouTube and TikTok account. The attorney said that attorney, man.
This is when I realized she was dumber than dumb. The attorney wrote that simply because that is what Betty told him. It's not rocket science.
Betty didn't talk to the attorney. Laura, did you miss that? Did you miss the part in her suit where she told the attorney not to contact her? Did you miss that part, Laura? I think you did. So Betty didn't tell him anything because Betty has not had contact with him because she literally told the other attorney not to contact her until they're in court.
People, you don't have to be a genius to realize that that's what Queen Bee told her attorney. And that is why he wrote it. And yes, I'm speaking slow for a reason.
What? Of course, oh my God, dude, she is fucking dumb. Okay, I'll use the Jodi Arias case for an example, right? Jodi Arias, her attorney didn't just come up with this like self-defense thing. Okay, he had to go based on what Jodi Arias told him happened. that day when she was at Travis Alexander's house. Okay. So like he had to work with what she said happened. That's typical in any fucking case, Laura. So like, what is the point of you even bringing this up? Like, I just don't understand.
It's the fuck around and find out law firm. Did y'all see that? Híjole,
Oh my God, stop, look it up. That is, I didn't say that's all that's needed. I said, but in Illinois, that is one big piece of it.
She's getting all mad, dude. Somebody goes, Laura, not exactly true. It's not just for defamation. 2, defamation per se means you do not have to prove damages. They are assumed. Defamation pro quad is different. Damages must be proven.
Not answering anyone again. Google is your friend. Trust me.
Yeah, that's a great place to get legal advice, Laura, from fucking Google.
I know. That lady, I was like, oh. I could not. I said, the attorney said that. He's not playing. He or she's not playing. That's what they said. That's what the attorney said. The real attorney.
Like, why is she gassing this up? I don't get it. Are her subs really this dumb that they don't realize that he wrote that because that's what Queen Bee told him? I just don't get it. Okay, Larry, I'm going to say one last thing to you. Okay? She's not per se. She's got a fucking attorney. Ugh.
We got to, Wait, I don't see this person. They must have got, oh, Laura, I did look it up. She does not have to prove damages for defamation per se. Oh my God, Laura, you're such an idiot. The person's not saying pro se, Laura doesn't realize that. Laura thinks per se. When people say per se, oh my God, that's it. Oh my God, dude, it's pro se, Laura. That's what it means when you're fucking representing yourself. This person isn't saying that. They're saying per se. Like as in, oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so glad I just read this. Laura, I did look it up. She does not have to prove damages for defamation per se in the state of Illinois. Laura thinks that when she said per se, it means that she's representing herself. It's pro se, Laura. Pro, not per. Holy shit, bro. Per se. She's like, she has an attorney. Hold on. I got to hear that again. It's fucking hilarious, bro. Oh my God. This is fucking so entertaining right now. Thank you for whoever brought this up in my chat.
Okay, Larry, I'm going to say one last thing to you. Okay? She's not per se. She's got a
Oh, what happened?
fucking attorney. Ugh.
She's not per se. She has a fucking attorney. Laura, it's pro se, you fucking idiot. And that's not what they were saying. They were saying per se. Oh my God. For example, basically. Oh my God. Or like not necessarily. I don't even know. Oh my God. I'm getting stupider.
I said that. Okay? That was number 28. So as you can see, I had to reread that a couple times to make sure I wasn't seeing things.
So now there's somebody else in her chat. This is factual, named Tone Deaf Betty. This is factual information. The donations Queen Bee is getting from donors are very aware why they are donating. They want this to be pursued.
Number 29, in her complaint, BHP complains of less earnings for monetization due to QB criticism of her. This confirms BHP revenue generation from coverage of disappearance, crimes, and tragedies.
So there you go. That's why the person needed to state all of that. Okay. So Laura doesn't quite understand that, but that's right there. What she just said is why the attorney had to put all that she has several different sources of income. And now is saying that because of Queen Bee's, words, she's not generating that income, but that's bullshit. We all know that.
Number 31, BHP has merchandise store that she promotes her YouTube channel on. BHP has an Amazon wish list she promotes her YouTube channel on. BHP undertakes controversial action to, upon information and belief, raise her own profile and therefore increase revenue.
There you go, Laura. There you go.
That's what the attorney said.
That's why that's all being put in there.
34, according to YouTube, BHP has posted over 1,000 videos. BHP claims to be a world famous YouTuber.
I just think that's so funny that that's in there.
I said this attorney wrote.
Okay, now that number 35 is sketchy, and I looked this up. Okay.
Oh my God, how did you look this up, Laura?
I did look this up. What is world famous? Is world famous being known around the world?
Oh my God, dude.
Could it be that you're world famous around the world?
What?
It could be.
Why is she so focused on this?
Does world famous mean you're known by millions of people throughout the world? Not by definition. By definition, I'm world famous because
Oh my God, dude.
I'm world famous because I am known by various people who live all over the world.
Dude, why? No, Laura, you need to look up what famous is, though. You're not famous. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is like such a, like, again, I don't know why she's so focused on this one fucking point in this, because it has nothing to do with anything. She's so fucking dumb, dude.
So technically, she's not lying. And that goes for all of us, all the creators. I'm just not going to ignore them.
I'm not fucking world famous. I'll just tell you guys that right the fuck now. Okay. I don't want to fucking be world famous, but I'm definitely not even fucking close to world famous.
Squirrel. They're going to have to pay me if they want me to read.
You're world famous. That means like you're walking out and like you can't even go to fucking Walmart because people are like, oh shit, there's, make 'em ups. They're like, I hope to God nobody ever recognizes me from fucking YouTube. Please, God willing.
That's what I'm saying, Rock Jam. And I even tried looking up, is there a specific number that makes you world famous?
Oh my God.
We all know that Betty's not world famous by what you think of world famous to be. I think of world famous, I think of like Brad Pitt, John Travolta. That's world famous to me.
Oh my God.
But by definition, just by definition, us YouTubers across the board is technically world famous.
Staring in your bedroom says Betty is the one that said world famous, unfortunately, and she has millions of followers on multiple accounts. She's the one who said she was world famous.
By definition, we have people that know us all over the world. So that's a tricky one. She can claim it if she's slick enough.
I was Nana.
Oh, in this counter claim that he wrote that. Number 35, BHB claims to be a world famous.
That's a good point, Tyler. Look at her views. She's got over 4 million views. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, Michael Jackson is world famous.
Oh my God.
So, but I agree with what Tyler's saying. She can say she's world famous.
That doesn't mean that 4 million people were individually viewing her fucking thing, but all right.
Over 4,650 people have viewed her videos. That kind of does make her famous from a judge perspective. Again,
even relevant.
Totally forgetting the fact that you know anything about Betty or the way YouTube works. You got to look at it from an outside perspective that know nothing. And that some, over 4 million people, that's a lot of people that have watched her videos. And same thing with Queen Bee.
This is so fucking irrelevant. I don't know why she's spending so much time on this one thing.
She's in the exact same position. They're both technically public figures. But I can't seem to get over how in awe Rabbit is. She's so in awe over the fact that this lawyer is repeating exactly what Queen Bee told her to say. I mean, this is so weird to me.
Every attorney does that, you fucking idiot.
There's a difference between household famous and famous in your industry. She's famous in YouTube true crime. There you go.
Famous YouTuber.
I can't, dude.
I need a moment. I was like, look.
Gosh, I'm sorry, Rabbit. This is so over the top fake. It's ridiculous. I don't even know, even people that are friends with her, they can't be buying this. Like, it is so phony. So
Laura's so
what I find interesting too, and I don't know if this lends help to the fact she's quote unquote famous. Florida changed the law for Betty. I mean, nobody's changing laws for me or Tyler, but they actually changed the law for Betty. That says a lot.
Yeah, it says a lot.
This is me. I was like, whoa, calm down. Cálmate, calm down.
Ay, Dios mío.
Cálmate, por favor. I could not. I just couldn't. I couldn't. I said, no, not for the life. Number 35. Indeed, BHB has drawn considerable media attention for her behavior. I was like, number 36. He said her behavior. What the hell does that mean? And I want that attorney's number. Number 37, most traditional media coverage explains that BHB and her colleagues are generally heckling families of crime victims or criminal suspects, as well as disturbing the peace where these individuals can be, oh my goodness, if I scroll down anymore, can be found. Number 37, most traditional media coverage explains where this
is she really this dumb that she doesn't realize that this is all coming from Queen Bee? I mean, honestly, is she really this stupid that she thinks that the lawyer came up with all this on her own?
Laura, that's insinuated in any fucking lawsuit, dude. Like, do you think Johnny Depp's lawyer just fucking magically knew what was going on in his personal life with his fucking wife? Or do you think Johnny Depp had to give him the information? Do you think that, I mean, it goes both ways. Amber Heard, do you think that her attorney knew what to say? Or do you think she had to tell him what happened to her? I mean, that is the dumbest point to make. Who cares? Every attorney-client relationship is like that, Laura. It's how the world works.
On his own. Like, I can't with
Why just a YouTuber? Because she's like a fucking narcissistic asshole. That's why. Laura thinks she knows everything about everything.
this stupid.
Cupid is stupid.
And I don't know if she's doing this fake thing for views, if she's doing it to convince others to donate, but I'm sorry, this is so over the top, fake, and it's wrong. Of course, this is what he's saying. This is what Queen Bee told him to say. The guy didn't do 1 ounce of research himself.
Oh my god, dude.
This attorney, and then here's the best part. He's putting footnotes. Look, he's putting like the footnotes on the bottom of where you can find like where it happened. This is the link. Go search it right there. You're gonna see where I got this information from as soon as you hit that link right there. As soon as you hit that link. Number 37. My good.
It's even better why Tyler Filler thinks this isn't a real countersuit, because he didn't understand that the font changed because Rabbit downloaded it on an app to redact names. Oh my god.
My goodness, I couldn't. Clutching my invisible pearls. All right. Get it together, Rabbit. Get it together. Number 38. BHB response.
Yeah, exactly, Sarah. Pisses you off, Laura, that she has support. You can no longer use "I need an attorney" to steal from people. I lost that comment. Sorry. It's so true. She's so just jealous because she has she has support. She has a support system here. Steal from people that ship had sailed. Yeah, Laura, and this one person raised more money with one campaign than you ever could. So true. It's just jealousy.
To the police department stated, response to the police departments.
When Laura doesn't like somebody, she like cannot fucking take that there's people that like them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like her, and there's a bunch of idiots in her chat right now that fucking think this is brilliant, and I'm just like, whatever. You know, I kind of feel bad for those people. Like, she cannot fucking handle it.
Stated intentions to apply the law. The law was, since you all don't know what it is, we will see you in court. This is my intention to.
That line right there has absolutely nothing to do with Betty. I mean, with
What?
Queen Bee. Nothing.
Wait, what?
Don't know what it is. We will see you in court. This is my intention to.
Wait, hold on. I have to.
That line right there is.
Departments stated intentions to apply the law. The law was, since you all don't know what it is, we will see you in court. This is my intention to.
That line right there has absolutely nothing to do with Betty.
Is she talking? I don't know.
I mean, with Queen Bee. Nothing. So that line is pointless.
A direct quote. Hold up. BHB response to the police department states intention to apply the law was, since you all don't know what the law is, we will see you in court. This is my intention to sue. The attorney wrote that on this. They wrote that on this. Number 39. BHB has, as her.
Oh, that was a statement that BHB made about fuck. It's showing another time where she was basically just using like court as a threat, you know, for somebody else. Because now it's gonna get into the whole part where she sued for a sign and all that shit. So I think it was I think that was directed towards the if I remember correctly, it was directed towards the police chief or something in one of the cases that she was covering.
Moniker suggests appeared at the location, of tragedies or other associates with tragedies with Bullhorn. Oh my God. BHB has, as her moniker suggests, appeared at the location of tragedies or those associated with tragedies with the Bullhorn. I just can't believe he wrote this. I said, oh my God.
Is anyone else getting dumber the more she speaks? I feel like we're being punked.
No, I'm getting dumber the more you speak.
I had no idea that someone could be this dumb.
It's like how he wrote this. Some of BHB coverage consists of traveling the country and yelling at parents of alleged murderers, or at defendants in criminal case. That was number 40.
She admitted to being jealous, and someone in chat corrected her and said she was envious. So that's what she's going with now. Same thing.
This attorney is not playing this counterclaim. This countersuit is no joke. I'm gonna need a cigarette, and I don't even smoke. I'm gonna need a cigarette, and I don't even smoke. I'm just saying. BHB, number 41, has given interviews to press outlets such as Vanity Fair, Insider, and Red State Media. Vanity Fair described BHB as, I don't know if I can read this, perpetuating harassment of innocent people. And they linked the article that we know about this Vanity Fair thing that was released earlier this year. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
Penny, I'm right there with you. This guy is grasping for anything to make it sound good.
Look, Penny goes, but so far it has nothing to do with QB. That's because, oh my God, dude, these people are all dumb. I feel bad for them. You have to read the entire court document to understand it. Of course, reading half of it it's not going to make too much sense.
This is all pointless.
It's not pointless, Laura. It's all part of the character that they're building until the end when they get to the actual fucking point, but you don't understand how paragraphs and shit work.
I mean, I get what he's doing, but he has nothing of substance, which is why he's using this to quote unquote lay down groundwork.
Oh my God, dude. Quote unquote lay down.
On the Idaho 4, everybody remember, right? Whoa, I was not expecting this. According to Insider, BHB told a reporter that she sued the parents of Brian Laundrie, who she referred to as Dirty Laundries, as a strategy to push the Laundries to speak out about their son's connection to Petito's death.
So he's basically showing that, here, Laura, let me fucking lay this out for you since you have no reading comprehension, okay? In the beginning of this, he's basically stating out all the things that Betty claims that she is, that she's a victim's advocate. She puts her life on the line for these people, okay? And then now we're at the point where there's evidence to the contrary, right? There's articles written up on how she harasses people. They call her a heckler, okay? She's now they're giving specific examples about how she harasses people. You know, she calls them the dirty laundry. She's standing outside of their house with a bullhorn. So this is all, you know, showing that this woman isn't who she's claiming to be online. She's claiming to be this, you know, victim's advocate who's helping people and looking for, you know, missing kids, but there's evidence to the contrary. But you're too fucking stupid to understand that.
Another direct quote. Okay. A Florida woman is suing Brian Laundrie's dad for $40. She says it's an effort to break their silence around Gabby Petito's death.
So there you go. There's another example of her using a lawsuit to get what she wants, and not because she really wants to sue people, right? Or because she was really hurt or damaged in some way. She's using it strategically. So
article right there. Listen, they put the links. The link.
Yes, they did.
Just so you guys know, a good lawyer would use case law. He wouldn't be using some news article.
There's no need to use case law in this situation, Laura, because there's no argument. You don't need to use case law. That's their evidence. There's no case law needed in this fucking instance. Does she understand why an attorney would use case law if they're making an argument for something, right? And they're like, such as in the case, you know, blah, 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 where this happened, you know, that's why they're citing that. But in this case, they don't need to do that right now. So why would they use case law?
He would be using case law. That's what a good attorney does.
He's laying out the evidence, Laura. Oh my God, dude. She doesn't understand any of this. Like I just, even from my own thing, my attorney wrote up, you know, a thing, and he didn't use case law in my initial document until it became an argument. And then he used case law. Like, oh my God, dude.
They look up case law and they quote that. They don't quote some newspaper articles. Just saying.
These are in there. That's that fuck.
Was there another tragedy pin trial that we should know about, Laura?
Go around and find out law firm.
Please cite
That's
it.
what it is.
And I also want to stress that links like this don't belong in a motion. That's what
they absolutely fucking do. That's called evidence, you dumbass. Like when I was going through my, you know, my situation in my case, I had to do 2 motions, right? One was to remove my aunts and one was to remove my brother. And my attorney had to show that my brother, you know, my brother's misconduct. So in the document, he cited text messages, he cited emails from my brother, specific statements that my brother made to show the misconduct that was going on. Voicemails, whole bunch of shit. She's so dumb, dude.
what trial's for. You don't put links like this in a motion because the judge is not going to click them at all.
Oh my God, dude.
I don't get any of this, honestly.
Laura, really? That's like today's. I read the remember a while back. I read the motion for the lawsuit for what's his name, Nick Carter, and they did the same thing. They did the same thing. They cited tweets and all sorts of shit in there. Like the judge might not look at it in court in front of you, Laura, but he's gonna look at it when he's going over his cases. He's gonna look at the evidence if he's the one who's deciding this. If not, then the jury will see it. What the fuck is she even talking? She sounds so stupid right now. I cannot even like take it. Like this is embarrassing.
Okay. 44. During the same interview, she also claimed that she was not invested in the lawsuit. It's something that is going to keep this relevant. It's something that is going to drive the Laundries a little nuts.
So there you go. Another
girl. What?
Yeah. Sorry. Hold on.
What?
That's an example of her basically just.
I can't. Like what?
That's an example of Betty just basically. You know what I'm saying? She's just using the court right now for reasons that it shouldn't be used. So that's proof that she has a pattern and a history of, using the court to gain what she wants, but wasting the court's time, basically.
What? Number 45. BHP told the Sun.
Fayette, if you weren't here in the beginning, she had covered up their names. She redacted and put BHB and QB. So that's kind of why it may not look right. She actually went in there and did some stuff. That's why you're seeing things that don't look right.
Oh my God.
So if you weren't here in the beginning, you wouldn't know that. But yeah, she changed some of it to not like use their real names and that kind of stuff.
Somebody said, how could you quote case law though when you're linking that news channel? What news channels have said about BHB?
Until the Laundries apologized to Gabby's family, it's not over, and claimed that she would only leave the area when God tells her enough is enough. Girl, what is God telling you about this lawsuit? Like, Dios mío, what is God telling you about this lawsuit? Because this is just like, oh my gosh. That is insane. This foreshadows BHB reliance on the judicial system to silence her critics. The attorney said that. He said this.
There you go.
Foreshadows BHB reliance on the judicial system to silence her critics.
Exactly.
And then there's more. BHB awareness of the law. Oh, Lord have mercy. Listen, I was reading this and I said, no. These are not my words. These are the attorney's words. I'm just reading what is publicly available to everybody. If you pay your money and your dues, swipe that card, and you get your little,
I paid $2 last night.
Filings and stuff like that. It's all available. All of it. I write this. Okay, it's available. BHB stated that she did go to paralegal school. I learned the law. I went and submerged myself in this. I graduated in the top 2% of my class. I was an honor roll and dean's list every semester. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about whether I understand the.
Exactly, Christy. Yeah, Google's a great source, right? You're always got cancer when, really that's not what you have. But
concept of the law, I do.
Now, I don't believe any of that to be true, but it has nothing to do with QB. Absolutely nothing.
Oh my God. She said that, Laura.
So I'm not really sure how that part matters. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer.
It matters because she thinks she's an attorney.
But I don't believe that about Betty at all.
And she's representing herself.
I think that's all a blatant lie. But that also has nothing to do with Queen Bee. But let's move on.
Yeah, there's two people.
Number 48. In another video where she also claimed a Hawkins County Humane Society had defamed her because she had not harassed it. She claimed to be well educated in the law. Wait, there was a Hawkins County Humane Society had defamed her because she had not harassed it. She claimed to be well educated in the law. Okay. Number 49. I'm just like, look, the judge is going to read this and it's going to be like, what? What is this? Hey.
It's basically breaking down Betty's character.
Listen.
That's what it is.
Listen, I'm just.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know which side it's going to pop up on.
Let me fast forward.
Individuals in Ohio for defamation for referring him to as a stalker, doxer, scammer, and not searching for missing people. They mentioned JLR here. Does JLR know that he's being mentioned here? I don't know.
They also mentioned Molly Golightly.
Does he know?
JLR has absolutely nothing to do with this case. Nothing. I didn't even know JLR sued anybody in Ohio.
What? All right, I thought it was a little weird that they brought JLR up in this too. Just saying, but 'cause to be honest with you, like his lawsuits have nothing to do with this, but they try to kind of tie it in that like Betty's basically following JLR's footsteps of abusing the court system here, which I don't know. That's kind of a bold claim in my opinion, but I don't know. I don't know how that ties in. I think they had enough evidence to show that Betty herself just does this, but I guess they were building a foundation as to where she got it from,
But it has nothing to do with Queen Bee, has nothing to do with Betty, and has absolutely nothing to do with this lawsuit. I'm sorry, this lawyer is a moron.
Know that? Just saying, because they mentioned a lot of people in this thing. Okay, just letting you know. Similar to JLR's suit, he claimed lost business earnings, injury to reputation, and mental anguish and humiliation. BHP participates in the same behavior as JLR.
And a judge is going to say, who the fuck is JLR? Why is JLR being mentioned in a motion? Is he part of this? Is she using JLR as a character witness? He has nothing to do with any of this. Whoever thinks this lawyer is brilliant, he's going to be shot down real quick in fucking court.
She's so mad, dude.
Oh, Unirock. Okay. Again, none of this has anything to do with her. Nothing. And I know for a fact that a judge will turn around and say, who's JLR?
She knows this for a fact, guys. She knows.
Is he coming in here? Does he have anything to do with this lawsuit? If not, it's pointless.
Oh my God. It will make sense a little bit in a second.
Holding himself out as an investigative reporter, according to his YouTube channel. Jonathan Lee Riches investigates and traveling the country to provide his brand of acclaimed journalism. Upon information and belief, JLR and BHP either work together or collaborate, including traveling, each covering cases involving Summer Wells. Well, we've seen a lot of videos kind of like together or at least in conjunction or giving commentary about both.
Somebody writes in her chat, JLR could be summoned as a witness to have to prove he did not counsel BHP in filing the suit. This lawyer knows his game.
Those efforts include showing up unannounced at neighborhood houses. Summer Wells. Those efforts include showing up unannounced at neighbors' houses, Summer Wells, showing their house on YouTube, their mailbox, their vehicles, their license plates, and leaving notes on vehicles, which we've seen a lot of this happen. Riches is well known for his litigiousness, frivolous, and for the purposes of harassment. This is okay. According to the United States Department of Justice, he has filed or sought to intervene in over 3,000 lawsuits, and that was 13 years ago.
Okay, first of all, JLR, the sweet one, you're wrong. JLR is not an attorney. JLR is not going to be summoned to prove that he tried to counsel BHP. That is absolutely ludicrous. That is not the way the law works.
No, because you'll see why, Laura. It's going to get, oh my God, Laura didn't read this or listen to this, so she has no idea where this is going right now.
No judge is going to subpoena somebody as a witness to know if he counseled someone. This is not a federal court. This is not for jail time. You are so...
Wait, so they only use witnesses in fucking federal court? What are you talking about, dude? Oh my God. So wait a second. In Johnny Depp's defamation case, Laura, they didn't call any witnesses, right? None of Johnny Depp's friends came. None of his employees came. None of Amber Heard's friends came. Her sister wasn't there. No, none of that happened, right? Only in federal court did they call witnesses. Okay.
Oh, way wrong.
United States versus Riches. He quotes it right there, straight from LexisNexis. Okay. In one case filed in the United States District Court for the Central District of Illinois, Riches alleged that he was secretly transported to a yoga refuge camp in Springfield for the purposes of preparation for an audition on American Idol, where he had a sexual relationship with American Idol host Simon.
Again, none of this has anything to do with Queen Bee or Betty. None of it. This is somebody reaching that has nothing. Hey, Chrissy, to be a fly on the wall watching a person that has to type this crap up. I agree. I'm with Dolly. I think I'm going to go to court.
Don't you subscribe? All right, I have to fast forward.
How many people are like fooled by this? This is a lawyer who has nothing. Exactly, Penny. Let's just throw everything against the wall and see what sticks. This is ludicrous. This has nothing to do with him at all.
She's so mad that like Queen Bee has something. Like it's so blatantly obvious, you know?
I don't know true crime. That part I don't know. I mean, I'm sure JLR will find a reason. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I don't know JLR's history. I mean, I know some of it, but not in detail. If all this is true, then no, he wouldn't have a lawsuit.
Simon Cowell, as well as pop star Ricky Martin. What?
Yeah. Why wouldn't this be true, Laura? Why would the attorney put this in here if it wasn't true? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, Robert. The dramatics are so not needed and are so ridiculous. Right, Snoopy?
You know, I started
Rap
thinking
your
of
tragedy.
Living La Vida Loca song as soon as he said Ricky Martin. Living La Vida Loca. Come on.
It's called entertaining your audience, Laura. Something that you never fucking do because you're always so mad all the time.
Let me stop. Let me stop. All right. Let me stop. I don't know why. The attorney, listen, he put that in there. I can't. Riches has been barred from filing in many courts who found his conduct not only frivolous, but also fraudulent.
And let me also state, for those that might be confused,
the countersuit, I don't think has a number attached to it, Curious, because I think that it depends on, the court's like cost. It says at the bottom, but I think it also depends on, other factors that come into play, like how much she has to spend on her attorney and such. So
even if JLR helped Betty, that's not the court's business. JLR can consult anyone he wants at any given time. He's not an attorney. He's not held to a standard of like if he was a lawyer. If he was a lawyer, then he's held to a certain standard. He is not held to any standard by anybody. So the fact that they're saying that BHB's own legal knowledge is believed to be bolstered by riches, it doesn't matter. She can say whatever she wants.
Oh my God, dude, Laura, listen to the rest of the thing before you talk on this. Like, it'll all make sense once you listen.
He can say whatever he wants. He can tell her that he can do all this stuff. It doesn't matter. JLR is allowed to consult anyone he wants, and it's totally in his right to consult her. And it's totally in her right to say no. But here's the best part. You can't prove that he did or he didn't. So this whole thing is pointless. A lawyer is supposed to put in a document things he can prove, not stuff open to interpretation. And he can't prove that he did or he didn't. And maybe he did.
Sure he can. What if he subpoenas their text messages or emails?
Maybe he didn't. It's not the court's business if he did or he didn't. It doesn't mean anything.
What if it was discussed on a live?
Fraudulent and harassing. Given their closeness, BHB own legal knowledge is believed to be bolstered by Rich's knowledge of the judicial system. Ooh, wow.
For those of you guys who are in here and might not know what's going on, like Jay, I just seen you come in here. Like, this is a YouTuber who is suing another YouTuber. This is a YouTuber who goes around named Betty Bullhorn, okay, who claims to be a true crime YouTuber, who goes around and harasses families, okay? She goes to various locations. She stands outside with her bullhorn. She was at the Brian Laundrie case. She was at all these different cases. She is now suing a YouTuber, which she's threatened to do to several people in the true crime community. Anybody who criticizes her her methods of basically doing true crime, because, normal people just, Jay's a great example, just went out on the scene, okay, for doing, he was covering the case of the Long Island serial killer, right? So he's out on the scene, him and his wife, they sat in a, respectful place on the corner, minding their own business, doing their live stream. They're not harassing people. They're not out there, screaming in people's faces, demanding different things, making a joke out of everything. They were just, doing their live stream, keeping to themselves. And then when the attorney did the press conference, he walked up, held his camera up, sat there, filming. And then afterwards they went over to the house because they were allowing the media to go, get shots of the house. And that was it when it was wrapped up. Okay. This isn't a person that's going around, harassing other people on the scene. But Betty Bullhorn, if you look her up, that's what she does. She's harassing people. So anybody who criticizes her, she's basically trying to use the court as, a way to like shut people up and silence them. It's not about the money or anything like that, her loss of income or anything. It's just basically she doesn't like to be criticized. And so she's, using a lawsuit to, number one, dox and get information, because that's another thing that she's doing. This way she could harass people, threaten them, and her and JLR both do the same thing. So it's like she's basically suing, I guess, for defamation, right? For defamation. But she's the craziest part of all of this is that she's representing herself pro se, not like Laura thinks, per se. So she's representing herself in the case. So this is just what we're watching right now. Is this other YouTuber seems to think she's an attorney. She's another tragedy pimp, basically, who covers these cases and just doesn't know shit about them. And it's just like mind blowing that, oh my God. Maybe she should watch your channel though, because you had a great interview last night, discussion, professional. That's a true crime channel. That's somebody who's trying to build a true crime channel. By the way, if you guys, are interested, go over and subscribe over there. But yeah, it's fucking insanity.
Wow. BHB attacks doxing Queen Bee. And let me tell you something.
Good point, Amanda. No different than B. Tim sitting on QB's panel giving his advice. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The attorney actually wrote the definition of doxing here. I love that he did that. Shout out to the attorney. Number 60. For many online commentators, anonymity is important, allowing the free flow of information and ideas with less concern about being targeted for harassment.
So now he's going to get into the whole thing about how Betty doxed QB out, because she's anonymous here. She doesn't share her legal name and everything like that. So
61. It appears that BHB has shared her identity while using her bullhorn Betty hold up, guys. Pseudonym. I always mess up that word. I have to say it in my head a couple times. Put away. BHB has not been concerned about her identity and persona being intertwined. Dissimilarly, okay, Queen Bee is. Queen Bee uses the online pseudonym Queen Bee. 1 second, guys.
Baby rabbit needs a papa.
Sorry, you guys. Where was I at? Queen Bee uses the online pseudonym Queen Bee. Queen Bee avoids sharing her identity or images in the internet when commenting on events she discusses on her YouTube channel. What little Queen Bee shared was to provide a bit about her personality, not to identify herself. Salads she made from fresh ingredients from a neighbor, I know she's talked about her birds. Shout out to the birds. And that she was busy with the children's activity and the undertaking of traditional or more, hunting and whatnot.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you seriously?
Laura did that again. Oh my God. Again, this is just, they're given an example. She just does not understand how court documents are written up. They're given an example of the things that she shares personally on YouTube, but not, her name. She doesn't share her personal identifying information on here, but Laura just can't understand that. She can't.
Fucking kidding me. Let me rewind that. Okay. So Queen Bee is saying that her channel consists of salads made from fresh ingredients from a neighbor, that she was busy with children's activities.
Oh my God, no, that's not what she's claiming. He's talking about personal things she has shared about her life to show that she doesn't share, while she might share personal things about her life, she doesn't share her personal information on here, her name and all that kind of stuff. Holy shit, dude.
And after undertaking traditional moral hunting, moral is M-O-R-A-L. Am I correct? Is there morel mushroom? Is this a joke? Is this a serious fucking joke? Because this must be a joke.
Oh my God, dude.
Please show me one time any of this exists on her channel.
I heard her talking about mushroom hunting. God, dude.
Sorry, you guys. Where was I at? Queen Bee uses the online pseudonym Queen Bee. Queen Bee avoids sharing her identity or images in the internet.
Mika Master, did you see a few weeks ago when BHB put up a pic of QB and started reading public record? That was not cool. No, I don't watch her, but I heard about that.
When commenting on events she discusses on her YouTube channel. What little Queen Bee shared was to provide a bit about her personality, not to identify herself. Salads she made from fresh ingredients from a neighbor, I know she's talked about her birds. Shout out to the birds.
Laura, did you not hear that? Not to identify herself. That's why they're bringing this up.
And that she was busy with the children's activity and the undertaking of traditional or more, hunting and whatnot. I mean, Queen Bee hasn't really she doesn't show her face and she doesn't really self-identify. So,
thank you, Nan.
I mean, if you keep yourself private, you should be able to be anonymous if that's what you.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me say this again, and I will. Yeah, at first, then I realized it was the mushrooms. I will say this again, and
Laura hunts boiled peanuts.
I've said it before. There is not a problem if a creator wants to keep their identity hidden. Not a problem at all.
Really?
Here's where the problem lies. You have no right to talk about others and co-sign others doxing the fuck out of Betty if you don't want to be known.
The fuck are you talking about, though? Who did that?
People that...
Betty Bullhorn shares her name on here, dude. Betty Bullhorn shares her fucking address on here, Laura. So how is she being doxxed by people? How is that being doxxed? She literally comes on here and screams out her name and her address to people. So what are you talking about?
Don't want to be known, don't talk shit about others. They don't harass others. They are the people that make salads and everything else. There are true crime people that don't reveal who they are, but they're not talking about others. They're not running their mouth about others. So the fact that you just lied and Betty can easily prove where you lied, that your channel has nothing to do with any of that, that'll be an easy way to prove you're an absolute liar.
Oh my God, dude.
So all Betty has to do, which I'm sure she has, is all of the harassment when they were down there, the 10-hour, 15-hour lives. I'm sure Betty recorded everything before she did this, filed a lawsuit, I would hope. So again, if you want to have anonymity, that's fine, but don't talk shit about other people.
Laura, we have a right to criticize other people. Okay. Since you're immature, you call it talk shit, but it's criticism. And anybody has a right, no matter whether they're anonymous or not anonymous, it doesn't matter, dude. You could have an opinion on the internet. Oh my God, dude.
And then, yeah, it's in Illinois. And then expect that, you know, you're just perfect.
Choose to be online. Nothing wrong with that. Shout out to her. Queen Bee avoided sharing personal identifying information due to the possibility of harassment, not only of her, but also her family.
Yeah. Smart.
Oh, you mean, all right, let's put this in perspective, okay?
Oh boy.
You mean going after Dolly's brother? You having Constance Sue come up on the panel and air out all of Dolly's brother's business? You mean that kind of family stuff? You mean like airing out on your channel what Betty's sister did? You mean like that kind of airing out? Yeah, no wonder you wouldn't want it done to you because you were too busy doing it to everybody else.
Queen Bee has criticized BHB in the past. In response, BHB went on the offense. In late March 2023, BHB produced and disseminated several videos to at least in part dox. We're going to look at that definition of dox.
By the way, this is a countersuit
because the attorney actually puts it in this document. In March 2023, BHB doxed Queen Bee, identifying Queen Bee as blank to thousands of her subscribers and viewers. BHB went through the trouble of comparing Queen Bee interview with the local media concerning her neighbor's brutal stabbing.
Right. So they're saying not only did she dox her, but she showed an interview to like confirm the dox, because if anybody knows, I'm sure you guys all know in here, Queen Bee has a very distinctive voice, you know, and so if you hear her in this interview and then you hear her on her channel, you're gonna know that it's the same person. So she like went out of her way to confirm that that was her.
Dude, that picture she showed was so filtered. Yeah, we've seen the original. That's she did a really filtered job.
Wow.
Death during a carjacking against her voice in a YouTube video where Queen Bee face is never shown to make her case that Queen Bee is this person. Then BHB engaged in a flame war against Queen Bee. Upon information believe BHB has encouraged or assisted others to do the same.
What's a flame war? I never heard that term. A flame war?
A back and forth, Laura, of like people going back and forth, basically talking shit about each other.
Oh, they reference it. All right. We're going to soon find out.
Wait a minute. That's not right. Hold up. Let me fix that real quick. 1 second.
I'm going to
that is 100% right. Queen Bee was calling out and degrading BHB 6 months before this thing. 100%.
BHB. Yes. Here we go. Let me show it to you guys again. BHB. Here it is. Thank you. Has encouraged and assisted others to do the same. So to engage in the flame war. For those that don't know what flame war is.
Okay, now let's look at the facts of this.
Oh, God.
BHB kept her mouth shut for a long time. BHB was really picked on, for lack of a better way to put it, when they were in Summer Wells, when they were also in Quentin Simon.
Dude, they went to the fucking people's houses and harassed them. What do you mean she was picked on? People are like, this is fucked up. This is wrong.
They harassed the fuck out of Betty every single day. And then the whole tragedy pimp came. She had Constance Sue on a panel outing stuff about Betty, outing stuff about Betty's personal life, outing stuff about Dolly. I'm sorry, Queen Bee asked for all of this. She should have just kept her fucking mouth shut, but she didn't.
Is the attorney does put it in here. A flame war is a computer slang for a series of angry, critical, or disparaging comments exchanged by two or more people in an ongoing online argument. Flame war dictionary, they put it right there. Doxing, the definition is up there, is the practice of posting personal information about someone with the intention of harming or harassing them. While not signed into law by Governor, the General Assembly passed aimed at preventing this practice. That's all in there as well. recently quoted 2023.
There's a case law, Laura.
Tyler, I thought the same thing, that the font is wrong, but I don't know Illinois font. I'd have to ask, like, look up my old stuff.
Illinois.
But yeah, but I was thinking the same thing, that I don't think she redid the whole thing. And yeah, the font looks off to me too.
Oh my God.
It's called a flame war. That's what they're calling it. All right, let's keep going. 74. In fact, in late March 2023, BHP participated in a discussion with Dolly, who uses the handle Dolly Vision, and Gary Busey, MGL, who uses the handle Molly Golightly, which was live streamed on YouTube. There was they have that. This public video discusses Queen Bee at length.
If you're going to be in true crime, these are the people to avoid, okay? All those names right there. Dolly Vision, BHB, well, Bullhorn Betty, JLR, right? They said him. Who else was there? A couple of different people that they named there. That's who you avoid at all costs.
This discussion lasted around 1 hour and 40.
She didn't retype this whole thing. Why would she change the font?
That's the same font that I was in. I downloaded it, and from what I could see, I don't have my glasses on right now because I just washed my face. Because I do have to go somewhere soon. That's the same font that it was in when I downloaded it from the court website.
That's weird.
Oh my God.
5 minutes. The following day, BHB streamed a video for 3.5 hours about, in large part, Queen Bee. BHB has posted images of Queen Bee's children online. Ooh, BHB has accused.
I didn't know that. That's fucked up, dude. What do you need to put people's children on here for?
Queen Bee of selling drugs to children. No, that's horrible. BHB crude behavior and so-called doxing campaign has not silenced all of her critics. You know, and that's the thing, is like, there's a lot of critics here. Okay, none of that. What they were.
Dude, like, if you can't handle criticism, you have no business having a channel on here and being on the internet, honestly. You know, I'm not saying that criticism isn't hard to take sometimes, you know, but if people are criticizing you, you have to have a little bit of thicker skin to be on the internet. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay, what this lawyer is leaving out, though, is all this happened after Betty was being harassed and couldn't take anymore.
She wasn't being harassed, Laura. Look at the fucking definition of harassment. People talking about her behavior online is not fucking harassment, dude. Come on. They're not contacting. Nobody was contacting her repeatedly. You know what I'm saying? It's not fucking harassment, dude. Especially by a legal fucking definition. Somebody criticizing you online is not fucking harassment. Sorry, but it's just not.
But that's not in here. Betty needs to file a response to this, showing, like, answering all of this shit.
Betty has to refile her initial lawsuit, Laura. Forget a fucking response to this. She's got to refile her entire lawsuit because it doesn't even make sense.
Because, yeah, there's a reason she did that. There's a reason why Betty finally...
Wait, there's a reason why she doxed her personal information out, Laura? So you're saying that that's okay to put somebody's family in danger because you're being criticized by people on the internet? Okay.
had enough? Because you think a couple of hours is bad? Oh my God. QB went live for 15 hours a day, every single day.
I still have yet to have heard what QB even said about Betty Bullhorn, like her personally on panel. Like, that's a part of this that I still don't fucking understand, because I personally never heard her really talk about her all that much. So unless, I mean, I don't watch every live, but
every day. Betty's got nothing on her. She talks about Betty every day. Her friends talk about Betty every day.
Never heard them talk about her.
Betty talked about her once or twice. Like, this is so convoluted and so twisted.
Convoluted? That's a new word I learned last week.
That I almost feel bad for Betty. I do.
Oh my God.
And that's sad. But this is such bullshit and so convoluted. This is not going to help QB, because Betty is going to destroy her. Betty's going to destroy this attorney.
Betty Bullhorn, the woman who's representing herself pro se, Laura. Yeah, I'm sure. Who has to rewrite her entire fucking suit because it doesn't even make sense. Yeah.
We're trying to do is silence anybody. I mean, this lawsuit is helping to fight back on those that are misuse the judicial system to try to silence people. It seems BHP has elected to leverage the judicial system for improper purposes, not for remedy intended to be provided by the judicial system.
Excuse me. She's not the one wasting the court's time. This lawyer is. Yeah, but Denise, she's crying that Betty talked about her for one day. She says a 3-hour meeting. Betty can show hours upon hours.
Unfortunately, Laura, that doesn't matter in this. So I'm sorry. I just had to walk out of the room. So I want to hear it.
She's not the one wasting the court's time. This lawyer is.
The lawyer didn't file the suit, Laura. They didn't file the initial suit. So how is that? They're responding to something. Oh my God.
Yeah, but Denise, she's crying that Betty talked about her for one day. She says a 3-hour meeting. Betty can show hours upon hours for days and months that she harassed Betty.
Okay.
BHP attempts to silence criticism through her legal procedures.
Yeah.
Through legal procedures, excuse me. As explained.
Can I just say I criticize Betty all the time? She never once tried to sue me. Not once.
Because she knows you're on fucking food stamps, bro. What is she going to get out of you?
Because I don't fucking hound on her every day.
As explained above, BHP admitted to a reporter that she sued the parents of an accused murderer in the middle of a firestorm of media coverage for the purposes of driving him and his wife a little nuts. The foregoing demonstrates BHP's willingness to leverage the judicial system for improper means. Upon information and belief in the past, BHP has sought relief from another person who criticized her.
Yep.
Upon information and belief, BHP sought and received a temporary restraining order against C. The person's name is listed. I redacted it and I put the letter C for alleged harassment. BHP reported.
In case those of you who don't know, that was crude AF. And she actually fucking lied in that suit and said that this person was stalking her and shit in like real life when like he didn't even live in the same state as her. Oh my God.
Spoke about her dispute with C to Red Voice Media, claiming cyberbullying, harassment, and cyberstalking. Wow. Upon information and belief, after BHP instituted more than one legal proceeding against C, the dispute was settled. BHP improper litigation campaign brought to this court. All right, let's keep going. BHP filed her lawsuit against BHP. Oh, hold up. Typo. One sec. And I have to stop showing you guys this so I can make sure.
And now let me also tell you why it was really dumb that lawyer brings that up. Because Betty won that lawsuit.
No, she didn't.
And
she didn't win anything, Laura.
She got $500 for that lawsuit. So for the lawyer to bring it up.
What is she talking about?
Was really stupid. Really stupid. Because that shows that Betty won. We all know why he settled, but a court doesn't. A court isn't looking at that. Yeah, technically she won against Crude. So I don't even know why the lawyer's bringing that up. It's really kind of dumb.
I don't think she won.
Don't harass her, and you don't have anything to worry about. But I did look up what technically is harassment on Illinois law. Illinois law defines harassment for purpose of criminal cyberstalking law. Knowing a willful course of conduct, 2 or more acts directed at a specific person that alarms, torments, or terrorizes that person. Well, they've done all that to Betty. So technically, Betty has been bullied by Queen Bee.
Really, Laura? Were they like threatening her? Come on, dude. Shut up.
Technically.
No, not at all.
The points of this argument are extremely weak and are not helping that. Thank you, Tyler. It's exactly what I'm saying. This is like ridiculous. And they're all running around like this is like a star attorney. I'm sorry, this attorney is weak.
Laura, you're fucking weak.
That I am. Hold up. Okay. That is correct.
Weak sauce ass bitch.
Betty originally sued the laundries because they got rid of a sign, and Florida law states that you don't get rid of the sign, that they didn't have a right to get rid of the sign. Betty then dropped the lawsuit. So again,
the sign was on their property, dude.
Oh, none of this means anything. She dropped the lawsuit. And Betty was in her right to file that lawsuit.
Really? Then why'd she drop it?
I'm telling you guys, I don't like Betty, but Betty has been in her legal right to do every single thing that they're saying. That he's leading all this stuff like it's something wrong. And I'm sorry, but no, every single thing Betty has a right to do.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm covering my bases. BHP against.
I'm just going to fast forward.
Against QB on June 13, 2023. She also sued the to-be dismissed co-defendant in this case, which she's not listed. We all know that is heels in the air. The to-be dismissed co-defendant is, upon information and belief, and as alleged in the complaint, as resident of Texas with no apparent connection to the state or county. The to-be dismissed co-defendant also criticized BHP using the pseudonym Heels in the Air on YouTube. Upon information and belief, BHP sued the to-be dismissed co-defendant simply to put the to-be dismissed co-defendant's name and addresses information into a public domain. Intent to dox.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Pretty much.
No. No.
Then what other reason did she include her in there, Laura? Because she lives in Texas. Why would you include her in a lawsuit out of her jurisdiction? That doesn't make any sense.
Some motions don't, Kate. Some motions are pretty depends on the lawyer. I mean, this lawyer is a joke. He really is.
You're a joke.
Basically, right? We kind of figured that. That is why. Absolutely. I always try to double check that. And I might miss one here and there, but I went through this a couple times, so I know I didn't miss any. So I might have just mixed up the names, but we got it. Here we go. BHB caused the Knox County Sheriff to serve process on QB. A video of the Sheriff Department deputy that served QB was placed online. Whoa, upon information, I believe this video was either up.
And why was it placed online? It was placed online because QB kept lying to her audience. That's why it was placed online. Even I know that.
Uploaded by BHB or caused to be uploaded by BHB.
What?
It appears to have been removed from YouTube despite BHB being served with evidence preservation.
What happened? Aha! She put it on private. What a bitch. Laura's watching. Everybody say hi. Everybody say hi to Laura. Wah. Laura, was I making you look stupid? I think I was, per se. Hold on, let me what a bitch. So Laura could review other people's videos like Rabbit, but God forbid anybody reviewed Laura. What a bitch. Put it on private. You guys see it live. Good. Now she can't make money off of it. Laura, you're a fucking punk ass bitch. Punk ass biznatch. Punk ass biznatch. That's my opinion, Laura. You can't sue me for it. Wow. What a punk ass bitch. She can't take it because she's looking like a goddamn fool right now. She's like, oh, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. This lawyer is such a fucking joke. Oh my God. I am a fucking attorney because I represented myself in family court. You look like a punk ass bitch right now. That's what you be looking like. Well, anyway, that was interesting. Yeah, she's got more views over here than she did on her original one. We store enough anyway. It's like, Laura's an idiot. Wow. Shocker on that one. She's wrong about everything. Are you guys surprised? Are you guys surprised? Because I'm not. I'm not surprised. I'm putting on my Tom Ford cleanser. Yeah, Laura, you look dumb. Good thing you put that on private because you were making yourself look like a fucking dumbass. This attorney's an idiot. She didn't even read the entire thing to really fully understand it. Going on from there. I mean, do I think that the countersuit's going to go anywhere? I don't know. But to be quite honest with you, I don't even think it's going to get that far. It might, but we'll see. It remains to be seen. All I know is that Betty Bullhorn has a certain amount of time to rewrite her entire motion that she put in, right? Because it doesn't get into any specifics. So basically, Queen Bee's attorney can't even defend her because he doesn't even know what he's defending her against at this point in time. Because her original lawsuit that she entered into court, and I don't know the right word, the right terminology for that, but the original lawsuit that she entered into court to file, I guess petition would be the right word, is just a mess. It's a fucking total disaster case. Okay. And Bullhorn Betty, I don't know, seems to think she has enough legal knowledge to be an attorney herself, to be her own attorney. Pro se. Not per se, Laura. Pro se. God, she must feel so stupid. I mean, I would. I'd be embarrassed if somebody was like pointing out how stupid I was. So, which I'm not. See, here's the difference. I don't claim to fucking be, a legal expert of any kind because I'm just not. Just not. Can only go based on what I've been through, which is only a small, little piece. Crybaby Perplexed. That's your new name. Yeah. 15 days make a mobster. What's that? Oh, she has 15 days. She has 15 days. Oh, I'm a total fucking idiot, Jay. I mean, I know that. You know, if I was smart, I probably wouldn't be on here. I'd probably be like sitting at a fucking desk, you know, somewhere rich. But here I am on YouTube questioning my life choices. What did I do with my life? You know, I just, she's so mad. If that, I just feel like if this was any other case, Laura wouldn't be this upset. You know, it's like, it's stupid because it's somebody that she doesn't like, you know? So of course now everything having to do, it's like that bitch eating crackers. Like, look at her eating crackers over there. Like she owns the place. Like, it's like, Laura, you don't like Queen Bee, you know? So of course now her attorney's going to be an idiot. You know, everybody that she's friends with is stupid. Like, I mean, typical Laura thinking on that one. Typical. Very typical. You're entertaining the masses, mobs. I'm a world famous YouTuber, be first. I'm world famous. I got a whole 8,000 subscribers. I'm world famous because there's a couple of people like in Australia that found my channel. I mean, I don't see this going anywhere. I'll be interested to see, you know, if it goes anywhere. But until Betty Bullhorn could come up with some, you know, specifics, specific defaming things that Queen Bee has said about her, you know, that aren't opinions, because she doesn't seem to understand opinion versus fact. Like, I feel like now I have to go back and look at the original suit, but you know, she's an idiot. And it's starting to sound like Laura like wants to be friends with her or something. I don't know. I don't know why Laura's even bothered by this. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not affecting her life. She's not the one who's being sued. You know, she's not, it has nothing to do with her. So I don't understand her anger over it or why she's so bothered. So she's like, oh, these people are so stupid. It's like, Laura, you just don't like Queen Bee. So anything that has to do with Queen Bee, you're going to criticize and be like, oh, it's, you know, it's stupid. It's a waste of money. And on top of that, you're just jealous that, you know, she has a pretty big fan base, support system, you know, that people were willing to help her out. This is bigger than Queen Bee. I think that's what Laura's not grasping here in this situation. It's bigger than Queen Bee. You know, this is about people online that can't handle criticism. Okay. They go online, they share things. Laura herself should understand this, right? They share personal things or they do crazy shit online. And then people, you know, see that behavior, criticize that behavior, and don't agree with it, right? And so those people, instead of just learning how to handle the criticism, what they do is they turn to doxing, harassing, suing, and all this other bullshit to silence people because they can't handle criticism. So this is like a bigger issue here. It's not just about a he said, she said thing. It's like, that's why people are okay with funding this situation, because it's for every creator that they've doxed, that they've harassed, you know, and that they've done this to. It's not just about Queen Bee, it's about everybody, you know. And it's really like, just like how Molly Golightly lost her channel, okay, because of her fucking horrible behavior. It's basically along the same lines, you know. It's like she lost her channel and because she was fucking harassing people on her channel. She was, you know, using her channel. She couldn't take the criticism from people. So that's why everybody was so happy to see that happen. You know, if she was suing somebody, it would be the same case. People would be like, fuck that. You know, this bitch needs to learn a fucking lesson. So you can't just use the court system to scare people and get their information. That's not, you know, that's not what it's there for. But Laura doesn't seem to understand any of this. She's just like a child who can't, you know, get past her own feelings and see that what Betty Bullhorn's doing isn't right, dude. It's not. There's other people. What I don't understand, though, is that there's other people that talk about her, you know, that make videos about her almost on a daily basis. Why is she focused on Queen Bee? I don't understand. I think it's because her channel. I think it's because she gets a lot of views and, you know, there's a lot of people listening to her. It's just weird that she focused on her and her alone, because there's other people that are covering her. Betty is also going to have to prove that Queen is the reason for her downfall and it wasn't her own actions, and then prove monetary loss. Yeah, she's got nothing. I mean, you really, I don't know how you would prove that. See, like with Johnny Depp's case, Johnny Depp had an op-ed written about him, okay, that was claiming that he was a woman abuser. I mean, that's a bold statement about somebody, to say that they're a woman abuser. He lost an entire contract to a franchise movie with Disney that he had been in for years as a direct result of that article. He was dropped. Disney dropped him from the contract because of that. Okay. So, that's proof that he lost his contract because of that article. But on YouTube, it's really hard to say how, you would literally have to sit there and interview every single person that didn't fucking super chat Bullhorn Betty, or you know what I'm saying, support her channel, and know why. There's just no way. There's no way to prove it on YouTube. I don't even know how you would prove that, because you're relying on donations and all sorts of things. People could have just changed their minds on their own or whatever. But here's the problem. Here's the other problem. The things that Queen Bee said, are opinions. I don't see any defamation in there. They didn't say, things about Bullhorn Betty that I don't believe weren't true. They're not like, oh, she's a fucking crack dealer selling drugs to children or a child molester or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying that. They're just stating that, she doesn't find victims. Well, she hasn't found victims. So that's the truth, right? I'm just using that as an example of one of the things I kind of remember coming out of that lawsuit. So she doesn't look for victims or whatever. Okay, she did one like half-ass search where she complained the whole time about having stickers on her, which I don't even know what stickers are. Is that like something that people say down south? I never heard that before. What's a sticker? I don't know. I remember her going, I got stickers on me. There's stickers on me. There's stickers on me. That was a whole live stream with her complaining about some stickers. I don't know what the fuck those are, but like a stickle bush or something. I don't know. Thorns. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about. There's stickers on me. And she didn't find the kid. But there's a clear pattern of her harassing families online, and there's articles written up about it. Shit, Brian Enton's scared of her, dude. Brian Enton's scared of her. Fucking news reporter's scared of her. He didn't want to criticize her because he's scared that she might show up at his house with a bullhorn. I don't know. But yeah, Laura's just jealous, basically. What's up, Glare? QB has raised funds. She actually proves she spent it on an attorney. Yeah, exactly. Stickers, aka hitchhikers. What is that? I don't know what that is. I think Enton should report on this lawsuit. It's epic. Yeah, right? This lawsuit's not going to go anywhere. I could tell you right now. Betty's just not going to be able to fight in court. I think that she thought that Queen Bee was not going to have the means to fight back. And so maybe she would get a default, settlement or something, a default judgment. But, I think she's a little surprised to learn that Queen Bee actually is fighting back and has an attorney. And now it's like, dude, you're up against a real attorney, man. That's going to be hard. And then you told the attorney that you don't want to talk because like this could be settled out of court potentially, but she told the attorney that she didn't want to speak with him. So that ain't happening. This is just a fucking joke. And honestly, it's a waste of time. Taxpayers' money. It's a waste of everything. Just like the Taylor Business fucking trial. I mean, I know they have to do it, but it really was just a waste of fucking taxpayers' money. It's like, dude, just lock that woman up and throw the fucking key away, dude, because she is insane. And not insane in the sense that her attorney was trying to make her insane, because no insane person would be hiding, things the way she did or draining blood out into the fucking, thing. She knew what she was doing. She knew it was wrong. The lengths that she went to cover it up just proves that she knew she was wrong. So yeah, she's not that insane. The craziest part about that whole trial was the dad's testimony for some reason. Because when he walked out, he's like, love you. And she all of a sudden goes, love you too. Go Bears or something. I don't normally get stickers. You normally don't get stickers in your socks and laces on the streets of New York. They're just little parts of plants. Oh. I mean, if we, like, when I was a kid, we used to go in the woods and shit, you know, but I never got a sticker on me. When she kept saying that, I'm like, what is she talking about? Because I know you guys have like different words down south than we do up here, like for certain things. So yeah, I won a court case at 16 years old and represented myself. Get out of here, Zizi. I just don't think in this case, I think this is a little beyond her. Okay. And I just don't see this going well for her in the end. I just don't see it going too good for her. It should be interesting though. Stickers are hard to get off. I didn't know what the hell those were. But yeah, like, you know, let's be real. She's not advocating for people. Or if she is advocating for people, she's doing it in a way that is completely fucking crazy. I don't know what the word is, but you know, she's not advocating for people. That's not how an advocate behaves. But now Laura's going to sit here agreeing with Bullhorn Betty because she hates Queen Bee that much and is that jealous of her. Laura just, I think it comes down to Laura just can't handle rejection. You know, Queen Bee rejected her. She was all cool with her while she was going up on her panel. And then when Queen Bee rejected her because Laura had to fucking open her mouth, you know, shit just went sideways. Laura can't handle that. So not only can she not handle the rejection, she can't handle the rejection from somebody who's just doing better than her, you know, who has more than her, who's actually, you know, liked by people. That's one thing I've noticed about Laura since I've known her is that she just cannot handle when people like people that she doesn't like. Like she just doesn't know what to do with that. Just like the glare, you know, she's going after the glare. Why? Because the glare is getting numbers. That's why. Otherwise, she wouldn't waste her fucking time. If I had 600 people in here, trust me, Laura would be fucking going live about me every fucking day. So she likes the controversy so she could be included. Well, that's the whole thing. It's like, dude, I never understood this about her, but she's been like that since I've known her. She's always got to be included, but be included on the complete opposite side of the case. The only time I've ever actually seen Laura like be included and be on the right side of things in a way was during the Chris Watts case where she was like arguing with Kay. I mean, that was the only time I ever seen her like take the side of like, you know, what's right. But other than that, she always has to take an opposite stance from people. She's like a defiant teenager who just always has to take the opposite stance on anything, you know? So it's like if everybody's going left, Laura has to go right. But she wants to be part of the community so bad. Because if she didn't, she would just shut the fuck up and do her own thing over on her channel. You know, she so badly wants to be a part of the community, but she's so socially inept that she just doesn't know how to do it in a normal way, you know, that people know how to do it. So she takes this like opposite defiant stance against everything. And it serves her no good, you know, favors. Like it doesn't do her any favors in the end, ever. She never, ever comes out on top from that, ever. And then she sits around wondering why people talk about her and criticizing her. And it's like, well, Laura, you launch yourself into the middle of these things. And then when people don't like your position on things or criticize it, you get all upset and say that people are obsessed with you or they're narcissists. Everybody's a narcissist. I'm a narcissist. You're a narcissist. Glary, you're a narcissist. I mean, we're all narcissists here. But Laura's not. She is not a narcissist. She is the smartest attorney on the planet. She's an attorney. ODD, that's her fucking issue. Oppositional defiance disorder. Yeah, right? That is her issue. It's always like, let me just take the opposite stance on everything because I want to be included, but I just don't know how to do it the right way. I want to be part of this. I want to be relevant in the community, but I just don't know how to be. without taking this opposing position, because she knows that like nobody will accept her. See, like, all right, in the heels in the air situation, we'll use that for example. She tried at first, it seemed like she was on the same page. But then when all the people that she doesn't like started calling heels out more and more, she started to lean over to the other side where it almost seems like she's defending heels in the air, you know? Because like she went up on the panel with everybody and everybody acted like adults for the most part and cordially spoke to her. And then when she got off the panel, what did she do? She ruined that, you know? Every time there's an opportunity or a chance for people to like try to respect her, she always fucking blows it, dude. She always fucking blows it by, you know, going on her panel and then criticizing the people that she was just sitting there acting nice to. It's like fucking unbelievable. And most of the time it's just because it's like, oh, you know, the Glera likes Queen Bee, or Deets on the Streets likes Queen Bee. So I just got to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. But then I'll sit around and wonder why people don't fucking like me and think I'm an idiot, you know? Let me sit around and wonder, I don't understand. I don't get it. It's like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Laura, wake up, girl. Wake up and smell the fucking coffee. I need another coffee right now. I'm feeling kind of tired as I sit here and do my makeup. She thinks she's the top dog. She hates competition. She's very jealous. Dude, one of the first things I noticed about Laura, even when I was friends with her, which is so embarrassing to admit that I was actually friends with her at one time, but yes, I was. Okay. But one of the first things I noticed about her was that she is a very jealous person. That was one of the first things, because right when we started talking, one of the first things she did was talk about Jay's for Justice. Okay. At that point in time, Jay had just kind of started her channel and it was gaining traction. And Laura just couldn't understand why, you know? And I'm like, well, because she's consistent, you know? Do I like Jay for Justice? No, I'm not a fan. I mean, not that I dislike her personally. I don't watch her channel. I'll put it like that. But, you know, being honest, she's very consistent about doing true crime, you know, and keeping that her channel focused on that, right? And that alone. And she was covering the Chris Watts case at the time, and it was a very popular case, and she took this stance, which I thought was a little weird because, you know, prior to that, when she was on the podcast with Kay, her stance on the case was completely different. But she claims it's because she read the what do you call it? The discovery, and it changed her mind. Fine, you know, because she was very critical of Shanann and stuff too in the beginning. But then, you know, she claims that after reading the discovery, it changed her mind, which is could be true, you know. And then she started kind of covering the case from a different standpoint, which is the standpoint that most people were on. You know, they were like, oh, you know, you shouldn't bash a victim. You shouldn't criticize a victim. You know, you shouldn't have discussions about a victim, even if it's kind of relevant to the case. So, you know, she took that stance and then gained traction in that case, and that's why people started following her the way that they did. Laura couldn't understand that. She just couldn't fucking comprehend it. Like, she could not fucking comprehend it. So she tried to use Jay's name to like run some contest or something on her channel, and when she approached Jay was like, I don't know you. Like, no, sorry, you can't use my name. And Laura, you know, got mad at her and started to hyper focus. And then another person was Mommy Rambling. She's like, I don't fucking understand how this lady has so many subscribers. And I'm like, well, people enjoy listening to her. She's not my cup of tea, but like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people like that, you know, she was also covering the Chris Watts case. She was reading the discovery on her channel. So a lot of people, you know, didn't feel like reading. It's like a book on, you know, fucking tape or whatever. Tape. Who the fuck uses tape? But you know what I'm saying? So people were interested to hear that. She wanted to go to the opposite of critical K. That's all it was. You're right, Glera. You're 100% right. She just wanted to go the opposite because that was another person that she was hyper focused on, Kay, at that time. She was hyper focused on, you know, Kay's getting numbers. And, you know, Kay, look, you know, I think the Glera can agree here. especially at that time when I didn't know anything about Kay, really, her history. Like, she is an interesting person to listen to, you know. I don't know about now. I haven't listened to her in a long time, but at that time, I felt that Kay was a really interesting person to listen to. You know, she's intelligent, she's well spoken, and so, you know, I could totally see how people, you know, listen to her. I get it. I haven't listened to her in a long time. I don't agree with a lot of the shit that she says and does, but that's, you know, neither here nor there at this point. I'm just saying, you know, I could see why people would listen to her. Laura just never has anything of value to really offer on anything, on any case. She just sounds so fucking angry all the time. I think that's like another thing that just like puts people off, is when somebody just constantly sounds fucking angry and never laughs. Soy candles made by a company called Mia Mella. I gotta order it because this one's almost gone. Beefrigs, are you talking about the one that you were talking about the other day, your son's candle, or is it a different one? Because I'll see if I can find something similar, like the scent. I have a feeling she used silicone piping used for piping frosting and put wax into them to pipe her creations. They split and she blamed the quality of the product. Wait a second. What are you talking about, Ninja? Laura? She was, what do you mean it split? Her candle split? It cracked? I don't think that's from silicone. That's probably because she either put an additive in it to like firm it up, because there's a, like, to the wax, you could put additives in it, or I don't know. I personally don't think she's using the right type of wax. I don't know. I don't know what type of wax you would use to do that, but I would assume it would have to be something that would stay a little firm. I have looked at some of her wax melts, and it looks to me like, I don't know if she's using the right kind of wax for a wax melt, because they're always crumbly looking and they really shouldn't be crumbly. But then again, people make wax melts out of like soy wax. So she was using cheap piping bags from Temu. Oh, you mean Temu or whatever she said for wax. The bag broke and she blamed Temu. That could happen to any. Just wait. In Temu's defense here, okay? People don't realize this, right? But if you're buying like the piping bags, let's just say from Wilton in like Michael's, like they're not probably made by Wilton. They're probably bought from China and then, you know, sent here. And they're probably the same quality. But I would guarantee if you look at the Wilton bag, it probably says made in China somewhere. So it's probably the same quality bag. I mean, where was this? No, they're not made for hot wax, though, you know? Where was this? I didn't see that. Did she put it on, like, her community page or something? Or, like, where was she talking about this? Candle crime scene. I don't even burn a candle anymore. I open it. Aw, beefers. I have some candles like that from my mom that I just, like, don't, like, I don't want to burn them because I feel like once they're gone, they're gone. No, she said Huck. She said Tamu, Tamu or something. Temu or something. Everybody else in the world, that just goes to show Laura's oppositional defiance disorder right there. Everybody in the fucking free world says Timu, and Laura's got to pronounce it Tamu. It's like, oh my God, girl. Meanwhile, I do have to put this out here. She used to rip on Alicia because she would say that Alicia buys things from China. And here's Laura ordering from Temu. That's, you know, that's okay, though. It's okay when Laura does it. Remember, she used to say that Alicia's stuff is from China and it's garbage and this and that. It's okay if Laura orders stuff from China, though. Her stuff. But do you guys remember that? She always used to say that. She'd be like, oh, Alicia's stuff's from China. It's cheap. But here she is wearing $10 fucking hair extensions from China. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Dude, pretty much everything that we use in our daily lives is made in China. I could not with the Temu hair extensions. Yeah, they were pretty bad, dude. I mean, look, I would love to have thicker hair and shit, but there ain't no way I'm putting no fucking $10 extensions in my hair. That ain't happening. I feel like that's just going to make it look worse. If I'm gonna get hair extensions, I'm gonna go to the fucking beauty supply shop and get them fucking $100, you know, wefts of hair and shit. Couple $100. She shops at Walmart. No, Laura says she doesn't shop at Walmart. She says that everything from Walmart's cheap. I'm like, okay. I see your little fucking Parsons tables from Walmart though, but okay. Okay, girl. You'll say so. If you say so. Where was the thing about her candle though? With it breaking? I don't know nothing about piping wax. I don't even understand how you would do that because you would have to wait for the wax to get into like a semi-solid state. I would assume because I don't think once you liquefy wax, it's liquid, so you would need it to be a little firm in order to squeeze it out of a bag. So I would assume you have to wait for it to like cool off a little bit before you start piping it. And there's probably a very small window of time where you could actually do that. So I don't know. It looks like a lot of work and it looks like a pain in the fucking balls, if you ask me. She did a short. Oh, okay. Let's take a look. Why would you even show that on a short? Oh my God, I just forgot. I had an experiment that I did last night. Oh my God. For something that I'm making. Stop. Send me the website and I can make this. Wait. Taking money before I tell my family we really needed it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. She'll probably put it on private because I'm sure she's still sitting here listening. Or one of her fucking weirdo people are like Capone or somebody. Or Fresh Fart. Fresh Fart. He told his wife. All right, let's see. I don't know why she changed her name, dude. It's so stupid. Does she think like people aren't gonna know it's her? Obnoxiously irrelevant. Oh wait, hold on. Did she seriously wait? Yeah, she made her title $10 extensions from Temu and the Twilight Zone community. Now they didn't have a problem with Zav Girl. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. It wouldn't have anything to do with 10 to Life, would it? What? I don't even know what the fuck that's about, but okay. Okay. Oh, I have to go on her page to her shorts. Hold on a second. Okay. Temu. Oh, what did I just do? Worst YouTuber in the world here. I use AliExpress a lot, dude. I order from there all the time. A lot of my molds come from there. You know why? Because they got good shit. And guess what? If I bought them on Amazon, they'd be coming from the same place, only I'd be paying more money for them. So it's just a mold. All my nail shit comes from fucking there. Like my little gems and all the shit I put on my nails, some of the paints that I use, the polishes. And I love it. All right, so hold on a second. Let me get in here. Oh my God, I'm so hungry right now. I didn't eat anything today. So I think I figured out who this Fresh Start person is who keeps trolling my ass or trying to troll my ass, but they're like really bad at it. And it's somebody who hides in plain sight. They've been a long time person around here. And I think they've been trolling me for years, dude, on and off. They come, they'll troll me, then they'll not troll me. And it's a guy, which is really creepy. And I'll just leave it at that. What the fuck is this, dude? What the fuck? See, Laura, you should have just left your fucking live up, dude. And this wouldn't be happening. Oh my God, bro. I just don't. I just don't know. I don't know what this is. Hold on, let me make this. I didn't realize there was an option to take myself off as well. I guess that doesn't really make a difference. Now does it? I got questions. I got questions. Oh my God, what is this? Anybody? Hold on, I gotta go see if my little experiment worked. Now that I'm looking at an experiment. Dude, anybody? What is that supposed to be a replication of? Anybody want to help me out with this? By the way, if you're a Mac fan at Macy's right now, all the classic fucking nude lipsticks that are probably kind of out of style right now, but you know they'll be coming back one day, are on sale. Like Blankety and which other one? They're on sale, the lipsticks. They're the best. MAC lipsticks all day, every day. But if you're into those, like those old school, like pinky nudes, they're all fucking on sale right now. And I'm broke, so I couldn't really buy any yesterday. But I was like, I almost had a heart attack because I'm like, are they discontinuing these colors? No. Myth. What other one? Oh my God, this looks fucking horrible. Speaking of lipsticks. All their like classic nudes, basically, are on sale. Nudes for like $13, I think. I just fucking love MAC lipstick. Like, you just can't beat it. Which one's this one? I didn't want to buy them yesterday because I was like, if I have one and I don't like it, I don't want to rebuy it. Because I have so many MAC lipsticks, it's kind of ridiculous how many I have. So this is really ugly pink. Why did I just put that on my lips? That does not look good. All my good lipsticks are in my car. Melting, probably. All right, hold on. Laura, I got questions, girl. I don't know what this thing's supposed to be, dude. Is it a cupcake? Is it a fucking... I don't know. I just don't know what this is supposed to be. I just don't know what this is supposed to be. And why is there gold on it? Could you eat gold? There's like gold flakes on it. I don't care if nudes. Yeah, no, they're not out of fashion, Lisa. It's more so what happens with nudes, because nudes are always in, no matter what. What happens with nudes is like the shades change. So like right now, people are really into like the brown, more tan, I guess, looking nudes. That's like what's in right now. And the ones that are on sale by MAC, they're like the pink nudes. So like I know like Blankety was one of those colors that like Kim Kardashian used to wear, you know. So it's more the old school, but you could always, the reason I like them is because like you could always use a light lipstick to lighten up other colors or to kind of change the tone a little bit, because I never just use like one lipstick. I always like layer things. So yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know if this thing is a wax melt. I don't know if it's a fucking... It's a mystery, guys. It's a mystery cupcake. Whatever the fuck. I just don't fucking get it, dude. I don't get what that is. I'm trying to figure out, like, I've never seen an item of food that has a little hard, like, round pink burger patty looking thing in the middle. I don't get it. Like, it's like whipped cream on top of a tart, on top of whipped cream, on top of a tart. Like, okay. I don't understand. Is there more? Oh shit, there's more pictures. Hold on. All right. Cookies, I guess. Those aren't terrible. They actually look like cookies. Next. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This didn't work. It worked. Wait, it might have worked. I had this genius idea. Shit, hold on. I need a pair of pliers. Had this genius idea yesterday. This does actually look cool, just like this. I had this genius idea yesterday. Hold on. I'll have to show you guys. I saw these like rubber stamp things in... Where the fuck is my StreamYard? Oh, God. Let me go upstairs. I had this... I saw these rubber stamps in Michael's with like these flowers, and I was like, "Ooh, I wonder if I could put those in my mold." And you get the imprint of them in the cement, but I don't know if it's going to work. This actually looks cool, kind of just like this, but hold on a second. Let me get in here. Where's my StreamYard window? I totally lost it. Where'd it go? Oh my God, this is bad, dude. That looks like my son made it in like kindergarten. Oh, wait, you guys can't see me. Hold on. So I put the stamps in there, but now I don't know how I'm going to get them out. But it kind of looks cool. I don't know if you guys could see it. It almost looks like there was resin in there, but the plan was to get them out. And just the imprint. Oh, would I have to ruin them, though? I might have to ruin them. That wouldn't work out. I'm always experimenting over here, guys. Always experimenting. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this out of the fucking thing. Well, there's $10 down the fucking hole. I might have to destroy them. Oh, no, I got it. Oh, my God. Look at that. That's pretty cool. It left the imprint. It worked. It looks darker, but that's just because this was in there. Once it lightens up, it might actually work, dude. It might fucking work. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm such a genius. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, see, look, it left the imprint in there with the flower. But it'll lighten up once it dries. Right now, there's just because there's probably water trapped under there. Oh, my God. If this works, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I tried another one. Totally forgot. If I would have taken this out last night, I probably wouldn't be struggling so bad to get it out. But I'm struggling because the longer you leave this in the mold, the harder it is to get it out of the mold. Oh, shit. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, shit. That looks pretty fucking cool. I can't wait until it, like, lightens up a little bit to see if it, like, just looks like an imprint. I just wish it wasn't so deep. Like, I wouldn't want it that deep, but I kind of have no choice. But there might be another way I could do this, but this was a pretty good experiment, to say the least. I seen somebody else do something kind of like this, and I'm like, how did they do that? And then yesterday when I was in Michael's, because I have a couple of orders that I'm working on, I went there and I saw these, and I was like, yo, I wonder if I could fucking use that as like an imprint in the mold. There you go. That's pretty cool. Now I'll let it dry and see what it looks like. And then if it looks good, if I deem it looking good, I'll put it on my website. That's pretty cool. All right. Anyway, back to this. All right, hold on. Let me put this somewhere where it won't break it. That is so cool. It actually worked. I didn't think it was going to work. I was worried that these were going to get swallowed by the cement because that's what happens a lot. But they didn't. That's pretty fucking cool. All right. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, Laura. That's what I was thinking too. Well, B-Frags, I had another one. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. Where it just had, because this stamp set came with like words and stuff too. So it just said friend on it. So I tried that one too. So I gotta see how that one came out. But I'm like pretty excited that actually worked. Once it dries, if I like the way it looks, then I'll definitely be selling these. I wonder if there's a way I could like infill that and like paint it or something. I don't know. I'm always trying to come up with like different ideas. Oh, by the way, I got pumpkins coming soon for I hope they're gonna get here soon. They haven't even been shipped yet. And then I got what else? Oh, I got some really cool candle holders. You guys are gonna like. They're like little hands, like actual like a hand that holds like a little tea light. It's really cute. But anyway, I don't know what's going on here, dude. Laura, girl, what is this? I gotta text my husband. I need a coffee. Maybe he'll get me one. He's so good to me, my husband. He really is. He wakes up on a Saturday morning, and like as soon as I wake up, he'll go get me like a nice hot coffee. Like he's just so good like that. Let me see if he'll pick one up on the way home. Like if I ask him right now, even if he's not stopping, he'll stop and get me a coffee. Can you get me a coffee, please? He is good like that, my husband. If you stop. I know he'll stop it. If you're stopping. Hold on. All right. He's so good like that. Yeah, he always like every Saturday morning as soon as I get up, he's like, sometimes he'll just have the coffee, but a lot of the time he'll just like, as soon as I get up, he'll just like, I'll see him walking out the door with his keys. Like, he's so good to me, you know? I'm like, I'm so lucky. Like, he just gets up and gets me coffee. Like, he's like, you need coffee? All right, I'm out. And he just goes and gets it. He's good like that. All right, so, but you know, I don't feed him and I pee on him, according to Tracy. Ugh, and I don't sleep with him either. We don't sleep in. Dude, Laura, this is a fucking mess. Dude, are you like? Could you put what are those things? Sesame seeds, right? Could you put those in a wax melter? Dude, those look bad. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. They don't look good. I don't know what this is. This O. Oh, that's bad, dude. It just looks like really messy, dude. I don't know if she's painting these things by hand or what's going on. And why is there fucking glitter or like mica powder on it? I just never seen that. Yeah, these are not good. Sorry. I'm like, wow, you know, yeah, that's just not good. They're just not painted good, dude. Didn't come out good. Link, if Linky Tor listens to this, Linky, your bowl is coming out of the mold today. I got another order. I got to finish my macrame thing. I got their trays all done. So whoever ordered the tray with the macrame, don't worry, it's coming. I just got to finish the macrame. I'm always brainstorming over here too, coming up with different things. Yeah, that's not good, Laura. Sorry. I mean, the cookies are all right. They look like cookies, I guess. But the burger is just, yeah, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. Those two pale buffalo chips, the fries look hard. I don't know what the P is. I don't know what the P is. Oh, see, man, this one swallowed my stamp. Fuck. I knew that was going to happen. Shit. This one didn't work. Uh-oh. I probably should have taped it down to the mold. I might be able to break it out of here. I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was a P, an O. Even if, right? What do those stand for? Oh, man, Laura, I don't know what you're thinking sometimes, dude. I just need to get into your brain with these things. It says, ignore my ghetto P on the fries. Ghetto. Everything's ghetto. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. And then what's the short? Let's see. Should probably put it on private because it took me like 3 fucking hours to get to this. Do not buy Timo silicone baking bags. Oh my God, dude. All 3 ripped first use. Give me one margarita. I'ma open my leg. See, this is like so misleading though, because like somebody who's actually using them for their intended purpose, that might not happen to them. But you're putting a hot liquid wax in them, because I would assume that the wax is maybe a little cooled off, but still a little hot. And typically when you're piping frosting, it's not burning hot, so that's a little misleading to say don't buy them, That's why I don't always believe reviews, because I'm like, well, are these people using the products the way that they're intended? Oh man, this one's definitely not working. I have to try to get my stamp out of here. Shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like me saying, oh, these stamps don't work because it just got eaten up by my fucking concrete. And I'm going to ruin my makeup brush. Why am I using this to fucking get this thing out? But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really being used in the way it's intended. So, like, I don't know if that's fair. Hey, give me 2 margaritas, I'm going to give you some head. Give me 3 margaritas, I'm going to put it in. Why this song? Why this song about giving head? My puss, give me 4 margaritas, I'm going to put it in my tush. Give me 5. The fuck? Why would she pick this song? Give me 5 margaritas, I'm gonna put it in my tush? What the fuck?
Margaritas, I'ma get some fun. Give me 5 margaritas, I'ma put it in your palm. Give me 1 margarita.
Maybe I'm
Give me 1
that was a rip.
margarita, I'ma open my legs. Give me 2 margaritas, I'ma give you some head. Give me 3 margaritas.
Dude, how did it get all over her fucking rings and her hand? And oh my god, what a mess.
I'ma put it in my puss. Give me 4 margaritas.
What the fuck, bro? What is this song? Why would you put this song with this?
I'ma put it
Oh my
in
god.
my tush. Give me 5 margaritas. I'ma get some fun. Give me 5
What is going on with her nails?
margaritas. I'ma put it in your palm. Give me 1 margarita. Give me 1 margarita. I'ma open my legs.
What the fuck, bro? What is going on right now?
Give me 2 margaritas. I'ma give
It's all over her rings.
you some head. Give me 3 margaritas. I'ma put
How did
it in my puss. Give me 4.
I'm so confused. Did she just not want to buy like the plastic ones because they're expensive or something? I don't know. Winky! Oh my god, I knew this was gonna happen. I just asked yesterday whose chat was I in? And I'm like, has anybody seen Winky Whispers around? Because I haven't seen you. And I was like worried about you because I just was. And I'm like, I'm like, has anybody seen her? And I'm like, I swear to God, I thought in my head, I hope she pops up tomorrow because I thought about her because this happened with somebody else recently that somebody else mentioned. And all of a sudden they popped up. So, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're doing okay. I'm like, I haven't seen her. I don't know why you just randomly like popped into my head the other day. And I'm like, where the hell's Winky Whispers been? Haven't seen her. And here you are. Holy shit. Well, I'm glad to see you. Oh, look, a Laura fan. Where? That song, A Big No for Me. I wouldn't twerk to that. Oh my God. Where's there a Laura fan in my thing? Well, I mean, look, it's not fair to say a product isn't working properly if you're not using it in the proper way that it's meant to be used. Sorry. I don't know if this one worked. Yeah, this one definitely didn't work out too great. But I could still make it work. Ooh, ow. I'm getting hit by... Oh, yeah, that did not work. That looks like shit. All right. Well, you know what? It was worth a try. I mean, if you guys could fucking tell me what this does, I'll give you a free candle for the rest of your life. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. Hold on a second. Oh, Nellie Olson's here. I can't see her. This did not work. The word, it looks really fucked up. Hold on. It's like, it's a mess. It's a no for me, dog. You see? Sometimes things you do, it just don't work. Like that does not look good. It says friend. It should say friend, right? But it does not look good. That does not look good. This looks okay. The flowers, they worked all right. They kind of worked. But the fucking the friend word, that did not work. And now this sucks because what do I do with this? I wonder if I could like color it in or something. I think it didn't work because the stamp kind of got sucked into the it kind of got sucked into the concrete. I had to like break it out a little bit. So there's still some lingering remnants, but yeah, that didn't work. I wonder if I could just find like just the word. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Is Nellie Laura? No, it's probably somebody like associated with her, you know. I gotta do my nails. My nails are fucking grown out, dude. Like bad. All right. I don't know. We'll see how this looks. I'm not 100%, you know, I'm not 100%, but we'll see. You know what I could do? I wonder if I could cut out a flower on my. So, like, in other words, it's hard to explain. I wonder if I could cut it out of the Cricut. That would be an interesting thought. Anyway, next time dust your stamp with mica, try gold or pewter as a test word. That doesn't work with this, Sarah, unfortunately. Like with resin, you could do that, but with the cement, it just like sucks it in and that's it. It's doesn't work. Micas don't really work, unfortunately. All right, I need to get off of here. 1mm website link. Yeah. Why don't I see this person? Hold on. I'll be like, Laura, I do have something in my throat. Why don't I see them? So weird. I do not see them in the chat. Oh, there they are. I wanted to shop at Laura's store, so I came here to see her products because I knew you would be talking about her and reviewing. Well, that's so great. I'm so happy you are here. You're gonna buy one of her hamburgers? You're gonna buy a hamburger? Try during after you set it and fill it with resin with worth a shot. Yeah, right. Might be. I've tried using like mixing in makeup powders and it doesn't work, but that might work. I don't know. In theory, I guess it might work, but you have enough of a relief reservoir to try resin. Yes. I actually am going to start doing some resin stuff too. I just feel like I have to get more confident with my I feel like I have to get more confident with my resin skills, but I don't know why these people think it bothers me that they're like, oh my God, you're talking about Laura. Dude, yeah, she's a fucking lolcow, dude. We cover her because it's fucking entertaining. So, yeah, they're the worst troll. She just so happens to stop by in the last few minutes of your life. Okay, weirdo bitch has been there the entire time. Yeah, I'm sure that she has. So they must agree with Laura's take on the Queen Bee case then, too. What do you think? Do you think that per se means that a lawyer that's representing themselves, a person that's representing themselves without an attorney, do you agree with that? Please drop some knowledge on us. An LOL cow. Yeah, she's an LOL cow. Nellie Olson used to like horse poop in the day. Would explain things. Yeah. I'm epoxying my mudroom floor this weekend. Everyone send prayers. Ooh, girl, that's gonna be fun. I did this epoxy coating on my shower, like the tiles in my bathroom, and oh my God, my house stunk, dude. It was bad, and it was like that for quite some time. Any kind of epoxy is just like, woo, girl. I've been on a cover all my canvas work with Resin Kick lately. Sold some pieces, made a few bucks. What do you do, Sarah? Do you do acrylic pours and then I actually tried doing an acrylic pour on a tray, and I don't know. I'm not crazy about the way it came out. So I like the pour came out okay. I just don't like I don't know how to seal it. I tried sealing it with like a varnish and I just don't like the way it came out. So I'm constantly like experimenting over here. So I got a lot of things that I make that probably would never go on my website because I'm like not happy with the way they came out 100%. And then it also comes down to like, can I reproduce this? Like yesterday, I was looking at stuff in Michael's and I'm like, I could make this, but how easily can I make it, next time? Because like how expensive is the material that I need to make it? Is it worth it? That's the questions you got to ask yourself. Yeah, she pronounces everything wrong. You did epoxy countertops. Those look so cool. Might be able to seal with Mod Podge. That's what I used. Well, Mod Podge turns yellow. I already experimented with that with one of the projects that I did. I used just an acrylic sealer. I have a special sealer that I use for like the candles too. That's like non-toxic. So when I put candles like wax in my vessels, it doesn't, you have to seal the inside of it because otherwise it'll suck in all the oils and stuff. So I seal them. So I use that when I do like the crystal ones. I actually use that to seal the gold flakes in, and it seems to be holding up well, but it just doesn't look good on the acrylic pour because like I don't know. It's hard to explain. I might try resin over it, the acrylic, and see how that looks. But then that's the problem with that is it's going to take the depth of the tray, away. So I don't know. I got to figure it out. I epoxied them while white, just like your bathroom tiles. That's where I got the idea. Oh, get out of here. I gotta say, my bathroom tiles held up pretty good, except there's this one spot, like right under my faucet, that either I think it was my fault. Like I didn't clean that area or sand it good enough, and that's why, because it's only that one spot. So weird. And it's like, and I'm looking at every time I'm in the shower, I look at it and I'm like, oh, and I put like a shampoo bottle in front of it so I don't have to see it. But like other than that, it held up great. The only problem with it is that it stains a little bit. So like I use a, purple shampoo in the shower sometimes. And if I leave it on the wall for too long, it'll stain the wall. But look, I'll take that over fucking the pink tiles that I had in here with ugly flower designs in them any day of the week. My bathroom's like, it has that travertine tile, which I fucking hate. I hate that shit. Oh, get out of here, Nana. Happy birthday. Shit. I wish I knew earlier. I gave you the birthday banner. We could put it on for a couple minutes. I gotta get out of here soon. Hold on. Happy. I'm not gonna sing to you because I don't want to fucking kill everybody in here with my horrible singing, but birthday. Nana. Hell. Happy birthday. That's so cool. Oh, wait a second. Nana's birthday. Is it the same day as my mom's? Oh, that's so weird. Why does the banner look like that? I want the scrolling banner. I don't know how. Did they take the scrolling banner away? That's so weird. Oh, no. Maybe I have options. No, that's so weird. I don't know what happened. Wait, what's Sunday? It is Nana. That's right. You have the same birthday. I think we talked about this before. Your birthday is the same day. It's the 30th, right? That's the same day as my mom's birthday. I can't believe it's another birthday. I just realized my mom would be 69 this year. She'd be turning 69 this year. I'm like, holy shit, she would be almost 70. Like, she did not look like when oh gosh, it feels so long ago as she passed away, but she didn't even look like she was in her 60s when she was in her 60s. So it's like hard to imagine what she would have looked like in her 70s, almost 70s. Happy early birthday, Nana. I don't know why the banner is not scrolling. When I do bath BBS, it ends up raining, screwing up my batching. I crumble it and sell it as bath crumbles. Nothing goes to waste, even though the moisture kills my bath bombs. Oh, okay. YouTube sucks. Notifications only 3 hours late this time. Yeah, girl. It's been slacking. YouTube's been slacking heavily on notifications. This sucks. I gotta go somewhere, and I gotta kind of dress warm right now. So it's so hot outside too. The last thing I feel like doing is wearing fucking pants right now, but I kind of have to. Wow. I'm on the 5th. 5th of what? Happy birthday to you as well. Oh, oh my God. We got multiple birthdays here. Darcy's birthday is... Oh, Derek. Wait, what? Oh, it's your birthday too? Oh, shit. You people got to tell me this earlier in the live so I could put it up. Hold on. Dude, why is this not scrolling? I'm a little annoyed right now. So weird. Hold on. Let me just see something. Yeah, why is Nana's not scrolling? That's so weird. Because it still sees all the other ones up here. You see? I don't know why hers is different. That's so weird. Create a banner. Oh, I didn't click scrolling. That's why. Okay. Sorry. All right. Well, I'm going to get off here so I'm not going to scroll. But happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody. I got to get moving here because I got places to go, things to see. But it was wonderful catching up with you guys, as per usual. Laura, you're such a bitch for putting things on private. That really is like such a bitch move because it's like you sat there and criticized Rabbit's live last night. It's just another example, and maybe that's why Laura is able to, empathize with Betty so much, is because it's the same bitch ass behavior. It's like I couldn't take criticism, so I'm going to strike people or I'm going to put my live on private because I need to control everybody. you know? And it's like, all right, dude, like you're more than welcome to go over my live, Laura, but I don't know. Now I'll probably put it on private just to fuck with you. But you know what I'm saying? It's like they don't want to take the criticism or somebody disagreeing with them. So they do shit like that. It's the same fucking thing. And that's why she's empathizing with fucking butthurt Betty over there, you know? Because she gets it. She's like, I totally get it. I get it. I'm a bitch ass too. And I can't take criticism from other people. But anyway, with that said, I will see you guys, have a good weekend. Yes, Laura changed her handle. It's called Obnoxiously Irrelevant, but she misspelled irrelevant. She left the I and the R off. So at the beginning for some reason. So anyway. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay cool because it's fucking hot. And we'll talk soon. I'm out.